Here we go. Kickoff just moments away here at SC Williams Stadium between the Booker T Washington Hornets and your McAlester Buffaloes. Both teams unbeaten in 5A3 play. Both teams have won 5 in a row. Someone's got to falter tonight. Someone's got to take hold of the driver's seat steering wheel. Will it be the Buffaloes or will it be the Hornets? We're about to find out. Hello, everyone, and welcome to T-Town. As I'm Brandon Green, your voice of the Buffaloes, joining you alongside Phillip Jewell Jr. And also we have Chase McNutt manning the sidelines with Nate Brown on the video board tonight. Austin Wheat back at the KNED studios on our radio side of things as we're simulcasting this game, both on the video stream and also radio side as well. We encourage you to download the KNED app. That's where you can catch every single McAlester pregame and postgame show. We're about to have our national anthem, so let's send things down to the field of SC Williams Stadium. Partner, you ready?
Let's do it, man. It's this one's a big time fight, and you don't get to hold up a championship belt unless you fight the best in your division.
And they're trying to win the championship belt here in the buckle of the Bible Belt, here in T-Town, Green Country. This is going to be a good one here tonight, folks. Where else would you rather be than the 918 tonight? As the McAlester Buffaloes are getting ready to do battle with the Booker T Washington Hornets. Phillip, final thoughts here before we are about to have our coin toss.
You know, something that just dawned on me, and I don't know why, but people were talking to me about this game, you know, like, well, who's played at Booker T? Well, the greats of Tyler Lockett has graced this field. Also, a couple of current Oklahoma Sooners, Gentry Williams, right on this field. J.J. Hester, right on this field. So you're going to play guys, as Coach Mazey said, that's playing on Saturdays, going to play on Sundays. But you got a chance to do something that a lot of people don't get a chance to do, and that is fight that Division I talent and get a win on their own field. Now, anybody outside of McAlester looking at this game, oh, they ain't got a chance. Like, they're smaller on the offensive line. You know, you got a guy like Graves. You got a guy, I'm sorry, is his name Jones as well?
Yes, it's a Dwayne Jones also. That is a beast on the inside.
So Dwayne Jones and Joseph Graves. Got two guys that holds Division I offers. They're going to go play on Saturdays. There's no way. Here's your chance. You step up to the plate, and you got to take it one pitch at a time. One punch at a time. Keep coming. And until you hear the whistle blow, ain't no bell ring, keep fighting.
All right, let's send it down to the sideline for Mr. Chase McNutt and his sideline report. Talk a little bit about the weather, talk a little bit about the crowd, just his thoughts before kickoff here.
Yeah, you know, it's a little bit chillier than I thought it would be. Wind isn't really, I mean, it's coming through. I don't think it's going to be too much of a factor where it's pushing balls around one way or the other. But on the McAlester side, fans are still filling in. Looks like they've traveled pretty well so far. But it's a pretty good environment. Just like I think I mentioned this last week, it's a perfect night for football on the weather side of it.
Yep, our high at kickoff, 78 degrees, going to drop down to 66 by the time that this game ends. Well, while we're waiting on Booker T to bring out their captains, let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with Coin Toss here in Week 8 of Buffalo Football on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from McAlester Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at McAlester Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Welcome back to SC Williams Stadium. We're going to have your captains for both teams here, but McAllister's captains and so are the Booker T. Washington Hornets are making their way towards the Tulsa Public Schools logo here at SC Williams Stadium. Without further ado, we're about to send it down to Chase McNutt for our coin toss. That is brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Consign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main McAlester behind Dollar General. Chase McNutt, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Brandon. Yep, we're here in midfield, and we're about to get the coin toss.
All right, so
Chase, if you can hear me, try to move to the other side because...
So it's going to be black?
There we go.
It is a black. College is one to toss. What would you like to do?
Defer.
Defer. You want to receive, correct? Which one would you like to pick from?
Pick it this
Pick
way.
that way. Okay, so when we get done, let's not screw this up. You 4 go stand where he's at and face that direction, and you 4 comes where I'm at, face that direction. And I'll tell everybody, I'm going to tell everybody right now that you all deferred, okay? They deferred. All right.
All right, so as you guys, McAlester won the toss. I believe that's 2 or 3 weeks in a row now, and they have elected to defer, and they are going to be kicking F on your radio to get started.
Yeah, one thing I've loved for each broadcast now that we've had a sideline reporter and a great job at once as always is Chase McNutt is that we get to hear what the officials say right before the game. I love that. So McAllister's getting ready to run out of the north end zone. It looks like the Booker T. Washington Hornets getting ready to run out of the south. There was your coin toss brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Consign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main McAlester behind Dollar General. Buffaloes, if you're listening on radio, wearing their white helmets, white jerseys with the black numerals on the front and back, black pants. As for the Booker T. Washington Hornets, I believe that was black helmets, black jerseys with the white numerals on the front and back, and white pants for the BTW Hornets. So we're just about ready to go. Let us know where you're listening or watching from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, it's Buffalo Roll Call on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. We're going to try to give you a shout out as we can as we have Derek Hatchett tuning in from SC Williams Stadium. Charlie Gillespie saying a battle of the 5A3 unbeatens. Go Buffs, Charlie. And we got Mary Martin tuning in as well. So join the conversation. Let us know where you're listening from. Again, Twitter's the best bet. And if you can't get it on Twitter, then Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. So it looks like we're about a minute and a half to go. We'd like to thank our sponsors for this one, Sam Walters Freedom Ford. Well, that's going to have to wait because here come the McAlester Buffaloes.
Welcome, the Buffaloes from McAlester, Oklahoma.
They came from the north end zone, the Booker T. Washington Hornets, out of their foggy helmet in the south end zone. Hopping up and down. The rest of our sponsors, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Fenton Nissan, Vigorous Power Sports, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, Vigorous Furniture, Casey Farm Machinery, Blackburn Plumbing Heat and Air, First Realty, Caring Hands Healthcare, Bank First, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. Thank you guys for putting us on the air, not just tonight, but all season long. Again, this is Brandon Green, your voice of the Buffaloes, alongside Phillip Jewell Jr. and Chase McNutt on the sideline. You're going to be able to get here the pride of Booker T quite often tonight. They're just to our left. Speakers right above the press box for us, too, so you're going to get to hear the PA just fine here tonight. Might affect Chase McNutt a little bit, though, because he's relying on our phone inside the press box. But here come the BTW Hornets. Gentlemen, Let's have ourselves a Friday night. The stage has been set. We're about ready for kickoff. Our kickoff sponsor this year, Red Duck Tattoo Studio. For all of your custom artwork, big or small, color or black and gray, now booking for fall. Gift certificates available, Red Duck Tattoo Studio, 219 East Chickasaw Avenue, McAlester. Must be 18 years or older. So we have a little bit of time, gentlemen. If anyone wants to chime in, give your final thoughts. You got about 30 seconds to do it.
Yeah, man, this is a special place to play. So many great athletes came through these on this field. So many great athletes have domed these traditions, whether it's black and orange or black and gold. And tonight you have a chance to win another district crown for your respective school. And I can promise you one thing and one thing only. Neither one of these two teams are going to go quietly into the night. Because for 4 quarters, they're going to throw some punches. And somebody might leave here bloody. Not real blood, but you know what I mean.
Someone's got to fall tonight. 4-0 both these teams in district play. McAlester will be kicking it off to the Booker T. Washington Hornets to start this one off. McAlester will be kicking it left to right. Hornets returning it right to left. So around the city of McAlester, around the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for what could be the district championship. Whoever wins this game just has to win one more the rest of the way to be able to secure the district championship. They can even lose one more after this game and still win the district championship. It's the Booker T. Washington Hornets and the McAlester Buffaloes. As back deep to return, I think I see a number 6, Jamie and Compton. Can't quite tell on the near side on the 10-yard line. But I believe, I want to say that might be number 9, Davian Durham. He's standing a little sideways, so it's hard to tell. Wyatt Phillips is the kicker for the McAlester Buffaloes. Ball favoring that near hash on the tee. It's just got that big game vibe to it here. Wyatt approaches the football, puts toe to the leather, and it's football time in the Heartland as this one's bobbled and touched. He went for it. It was going out of bounds, but we had a Booker T. Hornet touch the ball, and it went out of bounds at the 13-yard line, and that's a gift for the McAlester Buffalo defense as it pins the Hornets deep here at the 13-yard line, and that's how this game will begin. 1 second went off the clock there on the bobble, and out comes the BTW Hornets offense, averaging 26.1 points per game, led by Sweet Feet. That's what they call him, Micah Washington, who just 2 weeks ago, a career-high 209 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Last year ran for almost 800 yards and 10 touchdowns, as he'll be on the right side of Levi Brooks, who against BK 2 weeks ago, 13 for 24, 130 yards, and completed his first 5 passes for 88 yards. They're going to run out in a trips left formation. Ball's going to be on the near hash again. The Hornets have it at their own 13-yard line. Play clock has not yet begun.
Now it will.
And let's roll. So Washington on the right side of Brooks. Brooks in the gun, Claps gets the ball. Going to pass on the first play of the game. It's going to be caught at the near side of the 20-yard line on a diving catch by Caden McClellan, the 6-foot junior, getting a gain of, mark that, 7 yards to bring up second down 3. So not going with the ball to Micah Washington. Again, Brooks will throw for over 100 yards nearly every week. He is a dangerous weapon at quarterback, and it's going to keep defenses guessing. That's also what's helped Micah Washington be so good in the run game, too. Staying with trips left. Ball staying on the near hash. Second down and 3. Brooks has got it. Going to pass again. Looked left. Now looking right. No one's there. Has to step it up and try to run to the 20-yard line. He gets near the first down marker. I think he has it. Real close to it. I think they're going to give it to him. Needed 3, and that will be a first down.
Good pocket right there. You can see Will Spears. He starts to work up, looking like he's going to come on a blitz. And great pocket right there. 3-man rush as he dropped back into coverage. Pfeiffer drops to that pass and has to come down and make that play. So all around, good read right there by the Buffaloes, even though it was a pickup of 3, but good pocket by the Hornets to allow quarterback to be able to move right there.
2 receivers on the right, H-back left, single receiver near side. Cleveland Williamson back on him. Here's the first handoff to Michael Washington of the day, running back right, and he's carrying defenders, but takes a lick from Will Spears. who finished off the tackle. Gain of only 2 yards brings up 2nd down and 8 as he gets out to the BTW 25. He was held up at first. He was trying to drag the pile. And that's the thing about Michael Washington. He stands at 5'7", 155, but he is so strong. He's not just fast. He brings a lot of strength to the position as well at running back. That was his first carry for 2 yards.
Yeah, Nemo and Brandon Douglas, they were able to get in the backfield, hold him up, and kill shot right there by the linebacker.
Trips left. Again, Washington on the right side of Brooks. Here's 2nd down and 8. Pass out near side, caught by McClellan. McClellan near side is upended at the 30-yard line after a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd down and definitely manageable. We don't have a tackle yet. He stayed on his feet. And the whistle is finally blown after they gained 3 yards. McAllister's coming up with the football. So we got a lot of questions here. So McClellan didn't go down on initial contact. He stayed on his feet because he was taken out from the legs, but stayed on his feet. What a play by the junior, Caden McClellan. He was able to fight for an extra 3 yards and bring up 1st down. So 4 plays so far by the Hornets and 2 first downs gets him out to the Booker T 33-yard line. Still in the near hash. They haven't moved to the right hash yet. And we got some whistles now. This will be an official's timeout, I believe. Clock is stopped with 10-12 left in quarter number 1. Again, no score on the opening drive that started at the Hornet 13-yard line. They've gained exactly 20 yards so far, most of it through the air. Trips right. Ball in the near hash. Brooks claps, gets the ball. We'll toss it out over to his running back, Washington. Washington tries to get the corner, has to cut it back left. There's nothing there. Either no gain or a loss. And once again, I believe that's Will Spears coming up with another tackle.
Yeah, it was read perfectly right there. Just a strong toss right there to that boundary. Well, not necessarily the boundary, to the far wide side of the field. And Nemo Missiontubby's able to get up on it and force that ball back inside to a trailing Will Spears, and that's what you want. Nemo Missiontubby pushes that offensive tackle up the field, was able to force Sweet Feet back into where the cavalry's coming from. Couldn't draw it up any better.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Looks like the tight end, I believe, is on the left side. No, right side of the line. Man goes in motion from the right to the left. And here's the snap. Brooks is going to keep it on the play action, rolling out left under pressure, tosses against his body. Catch made by Jamian Compton for a gain of close to 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The first 3rd down of the day for the BTW Hornets. McAlester on 3rd down defensively has held their opponents to 33% on 3rd down. Last week, they held the Bishop Kelly Comets to 2 for 9.
For the Hornets.
That play action right there. Drayton wanted to roll down on it, but he knew that drag route was coming on the back end, so he hangs back, and that was what forced that throw, 5-yard pickup.
3rd and 5 at their own 37. Quick pass, screen pass, far side, long side. Catch is made, 1st down and more out to the 46, 47-yard line on the catch and go by Kenyon Farley. And that's another 1st down here for the Hornets. They're so far 1 for 1 on 3rd down out to the Booker T 46-yard line. And they're taking a lot of time off the clock as well. Almost 3 minutes have gone off the clock on this drive. We're down to 9:09 and ticking.
One thing I want to point out, Brandon, Cade French just came in at safety for Jordan Clark after that play. Maisie was not happy with whatever happened.
Thank you, Chase. That's why I have the sideline reporter right on it. Love it. 1st down and 10 from the 46-yard line of still on Booker T side of the 50. Handoff Michael Washington as he spun up. And, again, only 1 yard on the carry by Michael Washington. This is what McAllister's been so good at so far the last 3 weeks after struggling in the first 4 games of the year. 159 rushing yards per game in the first 4 games of the season. The last 3, opponents only rushing 27.3 yards per game. That one's good for actually no gain. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, right there. They're going to pull, I think it's their right guard. And he hit Brandon Douglas. Brandon Douglas came in standing straight up and wasn't ready for it. And he got put on his backside right there. And you're really going to want him to be standing up and engage right there.
2nd down and 10, handoff to Washington again. This time a little bit more space from his offensive line. Crosses the 50 before he's tackled sideways at the McAlester 48-yard line. So able to get a good gain of about 6. Brings up 3rd down and 4. 4 minutes have gone off the clock on the opening drive of the game by Booker T. 7:55 left in the first quarter, no score. Out to the McAlester 48-yard line.
Getting a good push right there, right behind that right guard. He just got up there to that next level, pushing dudes around, letting Sweet Feet follow in behind him.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Tried to go with the hard count. McAlester would not bite. Tight end on the right side of the line here.
Got to make a big play right here.
9 to snap it. Levi Brooks in the gun with Washington to his left. There's a snap, back to pass. 3-step drop, under pressure, tosses up for grabs, and it is still caught after he was being tugged down at the 20 7-yard line with a fantastic catch. That's number 6, Jamian Compton. He was being held all the way. That penalty is going to get declined. And what a dot there by Levi Brooks as well. Never turning around for it was McAllister's defender.
Yeah, McKinney just draped all the way over him, and that's what happens when you are a young pup playing some studs. He just got on him, wouldn't let go, and great play there by the receiver, and he was able to fight through all that contact. But you got to be very mindful. Just get your hands off and turn around and find the football.
I believe Brooks so far 4 for his first 4 in passing, and that one was just up for grabs, but still right where it needed to be for Jamian Compton. It gets the Hornets out to the McAlester 28-yard line on the near hash, first down and 10 with 7:24 left in quarter number 1. Opening drive of the game. Trips right. Washington's been the running back for every play so far in this opening drive. Brooks with the snap again. Quick pass on the screen out to the far side. Caught by Farley. Farley tries to get around a tackle and does to the 25-yard line. There he's met by the cavalry, but still stays on his feet to the 22-yard line. A lot of missed tackles there by the Buffaloes. That's going to be a gain of about 6 to bring up second down and 4, as now the Hornets are flirting with the red zone at the McAlester 23.
Yeah, Cade French was actually the first man there. They're just going to run a hot route right there. Cade French comes from that safety position, and he would have had him for no gain, and he just couldn't bring him down.
We do have an injured Hornet, so we'll take an injury timeout and be back. 6:55 left in quarter number 1. No score yet here on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
So we're going to get an injury report from Chase McNutt here in just a little while, as it looked to be Kenyon Farley who was down for the Hornets. We're going to let one play go off the field right here, and then we're going to get right back to Chase McNutt. Second down and 5 from the McAlester 23-yard line. Opening drive for the Hornets that's nearly taken 6 minutes. We're at 6:51 left in quarter number 1. No score just yet, and now we have some whistles as Booker T's going to take a timeout. But before we go right back to timeout, Chase, what did the injury look like here for Kenyon Farley?
Yeah, Brandon, it was hard to tell on Farley. It looked like a lower body issue, either his right or left leg. Again, it was hard to pinpoint, but he did get up and walk off under his own power. So you have to think he'll be back later on, maybe after this timeout.
All right, we will take a 30-second timeout and be back here on KNED.
They say it's your birthday, it's our birthday too, yeah.
This month we're celebrating 45 years at Benton Nissan of McAlester. That's 45 years of serving the community with the best vehicles and service. Join us for incredible anniversary deals. Come get $2,000 off our 2024 Nissan Rogues or lock in a 2.9% rate. Drive away in a 2024 Frontier for $2,500 off or lock in a rate of 3.9%. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at bentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma, as the McAlester Buffaloes tied up with the Booker T. Washington Hornets. 6:47 left in quarter number 1. Second down and 5 at the Hornets after they take their first time out on their opening drive. Trips left, ball on the right hash, and the band blaring here in Tulsa. Levi Brooks claps 3 times. McAlester won't bite. McAlester showing a little bit of pressure on the outside. Defensive backs pressing a little bit here. Brooks has the snap. Back to pass on second down. Rolls out left. Looks back right. Tosses. It is. Did he make the catch still in bounds? It looks like he did. Once again with the grab. That looked to be number 7 this time, which would be Jakylan Jackson.
Brooks pass.
Looks like it's a little bit short of the first down. Gain of 4. Scratch that. Gain of 3 to bring up third down and 1. But they're officially in the red zone. Ball's at the 19-yard line.
Great play there, Brandon Smith. They ran a backside comeback route.
Third down, 1.
And Brandon Smith got on him, was able to push him out of bounds, not let him get the first.
Loading up the line on 3rd down and 1 here from the 19. The snap is low. The handoff to Washington. Washington sweeping left, has the first down and more. Got the corner to the 10-yard line. He's going to be slung down at the 9 where his forward progress was marked. Another 3rd down conversion here by the Hornets. 6:33 left in quarter number 1, and they have had a dream of a first drive so far. First down and goal from the 9. This is where McAlester can bend but not break. We'll see what happens. McAlester on the season giving up 14.1 points per game.
Will Spears in the backfield. He's got to make that play right there. He ran through untouched, and he was one-on-one there with Washington. Wasn't able to bring him down.
Washington lightning fast. Loading up the line against a couple of H-backs on the right side. Here's the snap. Handoff. No. Yes, it is. Washington bouncing out left. He's got one man to beat. Nothing close, but into the end zone. We do have some flags, though. So hold on, and emphasis on the hold. We might be going back 10 yards here. I was about to say, that was the most space that Washington's had all night. I think there was a reason for that.
Yeah, we had a couple of Buffaloes on the ground there, and oh yeah, they grabbed on the outside of Nemo, and that's Brendan Douglas, and pulled him.
So there's our first penalty of the night, and it will be a holding call on the Hornets, bringing them back to the 19-yard line. Hornets got to score on this drive if you're a Hornet fan watching this right now or listening to it, because you've killed almost half of the time. We're about 5 seconds away from half of the time in the first quarter. You got to see some points that come out of this drive. McAllister's defense has been on the field for what feels like an eternity to start off this game.
Almost 7 straight minutes, or no, 6 minutes. Sorry, that's 6:05, not 5:06.
Can load the H-backs loading the right side, right behind the line. Washington on the right side of Brooks. Brooks with the clap on 1st down and goal from the 19, going to pass one-on-one over the middle. It is knocked loose. What a play there! Guess who that was? Cleveland Williamson. That is textbook on how you guard the pass. Looked like on a slant route you had Jamie and Compton one-on-one with Williamson, and Williamson made it happen. Knocks it loose. 2nd down and goal from the 19.
Yeah, they're loading that up, looking like they're going to run, fake it, and then just backside. They're trying to go with a skinny post, one-on-one with Cleveland Williamson. He denied it. And, they read it perfectly. Good play there, Buffalo defense.
That's a dream scenario there on 1st down and goal from the 19. Incomplete pass, 2nd and goal from the 19. Washington still has not taken a seat yet. Trips right. McAlester pressing. Here's the snap. Under pressure. One-on-one for the end zone. This one's thrown into the back of the end zone. As Brooks also took a shot, McAlester brought the entire house. At the very end, right before that snap came in, that's just going to fall harmlessly to the turf. Nearly in the back of the end zone, brings up 3rd down and goal from the 19. That's a new thing we haven't seen from Coach Harmon in this defense.
Well, the center snapped the ball, and nobody moved. Like, they just stayed there, and they shifted the line into the gaps like you see a lot now on Saturdays. But when the center snapped the ball, they all just stood there. Like, I have never seen that before. Just try to catch them off guard. I don't know what they did.
Shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, ball on the left hash, and now we got some more whistles. And this will be our 2nd timeout of the first quarter by the Hornets. 5:58 left in quarter number 1, tie game here on KNED. As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs! We've got Shauna Dooney checking in as well. Thank you, Shauna, for checking in here for McAlester versus Booker T. Big time 3rd down coming up for the Hornets and for the Buffalo defense. 6 minutes and 2 seconds have gone off the clock, and all of them have been to the Booker T. Washington Hornets. We have no score, but again, 2nd timeout call by Coach Dan Bitson in his first year with the Hornets to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 19. Empty backfield, 5 wide. We have Micah Washington in the slot right now. Look out for that. Here's the snap. Clean pocket, throws to the left side, into double coverage, it's picked off! The McAlester Buffaloes will take this out of the end zone.
Oh, no.
We do have a flag, though, and this might be a pass interference, as getting out of bounds on the return was Cade French out to the 21-yard line, but there is a flag at the 1-yard line.
A yellow hanky.
He was pushing him. He was pushing him in the back. So it's going to be a pass interference on McAlester. He pushed him in the back, and then Cade French was able to come over the top for the pick.
But that's still not an automatic first down. In high school, it's a little bit different. It's still going to be third down, I believe, unless we've had that rule change. The scoreboard has changed to the first down and goal, but the down marker still shows third. In OSSAA, that does not lead to an automatic first down. The down marker is still showing third down.
And it should be half a distance to the goal.
Yeah, they still haven't moved the down marker from the 19. Here they go now.
So, yeah, they're going to be right on about the 10.5-yard line for a third and goal.
Yeah, 9.5 is what they officially put it at. It is still third down, though. Scoreboard, I know if you're listening here from the stands, I know a lot of people like to do that. They have it at first down and goal, but it will be third. 5:48 left in the first quarter. We'll do this again.
It's now third.
Once again, they'll load the right sideline with some H-backs. Single receiver near side is Caden McClellan. Washington to the right side of Brooks.
Watch the cutback.
Snap. Play action, looking middle, tossing middle. It is overthrown too high for the intended receiver, number 23, Jordan Housey. And that brings up fourth down and goal from the 9, and an early decision to be made here by Coach Bitson.
I want to point something out real quick. That was the very first drive out of my tenure that I have used up every slot for one drive on the drive chart.
We're about to have play number 19 coming up.
Actually 16 because we had 2 penalties.
2 penalties, thank you. They have burning a lot of time trying to find out what they want to do here in this next play. And it looks like they're going to go for it. 12 to snap it. Fourth and goal from the 9. 2 receivers left, 1 right, tight end right. 6 to snap it. Washington to the right side of Brooks. Here we go. Fourth and goal from the 9. Early big play. The snap. Brooks looking right. Under pressure. Is sacked. Back at the 21, 26-yard line.
It's Drayton Pouncil.
Drayton Pouncil has a high motor. He goes 100 in 2.3 straight to the quarterback, Levi Brooks.
That was a tight end release. The tight end was running a corner route, and Drayton Pouncil pushed him to the side and got in the backfield right here. Watch it. He's going to release him. Nobody picks up Drayton Pouncil, and he comes untouched.
Plants him back at the 25-yard line officially, so McAlester gets this ball back as if it were a touchback in NCAA football. It's at the 25-yard line, and McAllister's offense will finally take the field with 5:41 left to go in quarter number 1. And they're going to put everybody on the left side of the line. We have 2 guys close to the line, 2 receivers stacked near the far side. Casey Washington Mazie hit for his first snap. Pass out far side. It'll be bobbled and caught, but not before taking a huge hit as Jordan Clark. Someone missed an assignment there, and that'll be a loss of 4 yards. Coach Mazie is livid there after that blown assignment. Brings up second down and 13 or 14.
Yeah, that's Cleveland Williamson that took a shot.
Oh, Cleveland was in the backfield for that catch.
And, yeah, that was that looked like Davion Bickham just kind of missed his blocking assignment right there, and he came untouched and delivered a vicious blow.
So second down and 14 officially here at McAllister's own 21-yard line. 5 minutes left in quarter number 1. No score. Washington Mazie under pressure. Pass out far side right through the hands as he was looking for James Barr Jr. And not the start you wanted with the offense so far. We had a pass go for negative 4 yards and then just a ball right through the hands of the junior JBJ. And with 4:56 left in the first quarter, McAlester facing an early 3rd and 14. They had something similar last week against Bishop Kelly. It was 3rd and 18. A Devion Bickham reception was able to move the chains for McAlester, leading to their first touchdown to take the lead at the time. Bickham on the season, if they're looking for him, last week, 3 for 48 on the season, 14 for 264 and 3 touchdowns. Trips right now, I believe he's in the slot. Far receiver alone at the 21-yard line. 3rd and 14. Casey Washington Mazie going 1 for 1 down the far sideline, and there's the flag. It could have been uncatchable, and I think that's what Booker T is going to be upset about. But it's going to be because McAllister's argument, Brandon Smith was being held down the far sideline. So that will give McAlester 15 yards and a first down.
And they only needed 14. And we're going to go, I'm going to scroll it back here as I am watching our simulcast on YouTube. And, yeah, I mean, he's draped over him. He tackled him. So, I mean, but like you said, Brandon, the Booker T. Washington coaching staff, they could say that it was uncatchable, but they're going to give him a first down.
So it is a pass interference, not a hold. If it was a hold, it would have been 10 yards, but pass interference makes it a 15-yarder. And a first down for McAlester. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522. Tight end, H-back to the right side of the line, single receiver on each side. Now Will Spears and Pfeiffer Mitchell, those tight end and H-backs, move to the left side of the line. And we got some early movement. Here's a false start.
You got to hold your water.
They're waiting for the snap to come on in, and we had some early movement. And now move McAlester back 5 yards. The Buffaloes still have not gained a yard yet.
Yeah, that's Jordan Clark back there, and you got to know, being the running back, when you're supposed to move, what's going on, and he got a little top heavy, couldn't hold his water weight.
So that moves the ball back. Now as they mark it to the 31-yard line.
2 times on first down, Brandon, that Buffaloes have went backwards. First play of the game, 4-yard loss. Right there, you get 1st and 10 again, and you took a 5-yard loss on a false start.
Can't keep on playing behind the chains. Bishop Kelly is pressing right here with their secondary men. Snap, handoff, Jordan Clark met in the backfield, dropped. And guess who it is? There's the first one there. Couple of guys, actually, as I saw that man. Here he is, Joseph Graves, making his appearance right alongside number 13, Dwayne Jones. The 2 guys we talked about in the defensive line, both combined for that tackle. Joseph Graves last year as a freshman in 6A2, 86 tackles from the line, 20 tackles for losses, 6.5 sacks. He also holds offers from the likes of Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Tulsa.
Also, Brandon, that was Booker T, not Bishop Kelly.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah. Bishop Kelly last week, you can blame me. We do have an officials timeout here, not a McAlester nor a Booker T timeout. It was a loss on the carry, a loss of 2. McAlester has had -6 total yards so far.
I think
as they go to the 29-yard line.
I think they're trying to communicate that the tackle was inbounds, so the clock should have continued to run.
Not a lot of time has gone off the clock here. Now it starts. 4:42 left in quarter number 1. No score. McAlester. 3rd down and very long here. 3rd and about 16. Snap. Case and Washington Maisie back to pass under pressure. Dumps it loose for Will Spears with the catch to the 30-yard line. Didn't get many yards. That's the first time McAlester has gone in the plus territory in terms of their own yardage.
Well, we do
have some more flags, though.
Yeah, we had a penalty marker on this near side. I mean, it was right when the ball was snapped. So I don't know if he lined up in the neutral zone or what. I mean, as soon as the ball was snapped, he dropped the flag.
Chase, did you see anything here?
I'm trying to listen to what they're saying. It sounded like illegal formation, but again, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's against McAlester, what it looks like.
Illegal shift.
Yep, illegal motion. Chase had it right on the head. But it's going to be declined because McAlester only gained a yard. But that's their first yard that they've gained so far today. They are so far -5 in the total yards department.
-6, actually. But that was a 2-yard loss just a second ago.
So 4:30 left in quarter number 1. McAlester, well, they declined it, but it still should be. I thought that was 3rd down, but the scoreboard shows 3rd and 17.
3rd down, 17.
2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Case and Washington Maisie puts a man in motion from the left side to the right. That's James Barr Jr. Here's the snap, rolling out right. KWM looking downfield, tossing downfield, looking for Devion Bickham, just missed him. Good coverage, though. And didn't want to throw it a little bit to the left because if he would have, it would have been picked off by Davian Durham or Maximus Houston. We have 2 number 9s listed here for the Booker T. Washington Hornets on their roster. But that will officially force the Buffaloes to punt the ball away. 4:17 left on the clock here in quarter number 1.
Good block, Jordan Clark. Graves was coming on that back end, and Jordan Clark seen it, threw himself backside, hit Graves to slow him down and allow KWM more time to slide out of the pocket and throw that pass downfield and not take a sack. Timeout McAlester.
We've had so many different whistles. There's timeout by McAlester. We'll take a timeout with him. 4:17 left in quarter number 1. No score here on KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard. Built for work and play, Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester. Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer always comes first. Vickers is having a Fall into Savings event. We're offering special discounts on living room and bedroom suits all month long. Visit our website for unbeatable deals at vickers-furniture.com or come see us at 215 South 2nd Street.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
You're joining us in the middle of play as Jackson McKinney, the freshman, punts this one to the Booker T. Washington around 38-yard line, and that's where Booker T is going to start this drive. They marched down the field. McAlester was able to get a big-time 4th down sack and a major loss in that sack from Drayton Pouncil. McAlester gets the first down off of a pass interference, but can't do much more with it after that. McAlester so far is at -6 total yards, and the Hornets take over at their own 39-yard line after a pretty decent punt there by the freshman. So again, number 3, which is Micah Washington, he was in for every single snap on that opening drive and can't keep him off the field for long. He comes right back out with number 2, Levi Brooks, as quarterback. They started from their own 13, got to the 9 before that sack, into their drive. Receiver to each side, loading up the line with tight ends and H-backs. Here's the snap. Handoff, Micah Washington sweeping left, a little bit of space at the 45. Planted. Big-time hit up high by Cleveland Williamson. We do have another flag at the 43-yard line. We had a lot of whistles so far in this game, gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of hard hits, a lot of whistles, a lot of penalties already in the first quarter.
And, you know, we've all played before. You can tell when you have a bigger game like this, you're also going to be a little bit more amped up. Penalties are going to be more common. By the way, 4:02 left to go in quarter number 1. We have no score between the Buffaloes and the Hornets in this opening frame.
Holding, but it's going to be a spot foul. Since it didn't happen right at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be like a loss of 5, loss of 6.
By the way, the I Don't Drink Coffee podcast says, watching from my hotel in Tampa, Florida, and I greatly appreciate the stream. You guys do an awesome job every time. We appreciate that, sir. And Coach Maddox saying the Herd, week 1's break, in all caps. We're going to see who stands tall tonight. No score just yet. Trips right. Washington on the left side after the penalty brings up first down and 15. Brooks has the snap. The screen pass caught far side by Farley. Farley tries to get around some blockers. Now has to go near side all the way to the other side of the field where he has a lot of green turf to the 33, and a fantastic tackle by Jackson McKinney. After he got burned a little earlier in the first drive with a pass interference on him, he makes up with a big-time tackle one-on-one with number 1, Kenyon Farley. That would have been a much bigger play if it wasn't for a great tackle by Jackson McKinney. As he gets to the 34-yard line, I don't think that was a gain of only 1.
That was a gain of only 1 yard.
Ball at the Hornets' 34-yard line.
So that'll bring up second down, and let's call it 15 here.
That young man ran about 60 yards to get 1.
I feel like McKinney just flew out of nowhere to make that tackle. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tight end right. Man in motion is Compton. Compton, the little pitch out to him, sweeping right to the 35-yard line to the 40. Running free out to the 45-yard line, gets a lot of yards back. Still going to bring up third down. Call this 3rd down and 4 from the Hornet 45-yard line. They're getting a lot of early movement here on McAlester, but they're also working outside of the tackles, and that's where they're getting most of their success tonight. They're trying to run away from Pfeiffer Mitchell and Will Spears.
Drayton Pouncil got hooked up with the tight end right there, and the tight end took him out of play, and Drayton tried to run away from him, and then they just cut right back off that tight end's hip as Drayton took himself out of play. He was the last line of defense. He could have made a big play there. 3rd
down and 4 so far. Hornets not too shabby on 3rd down tonight. 2 receivers left. Brooks has got the ball and the snap. He looks left, looks over the middle, passes in the air, caught. What a fantastic one-on-one catch as Jamian Compton gets it across the 50-yard line to the McAlester 42, and the Hornets are moving again. Clock stops at 2:17 while they move the chains, and it restarts. 0-0 game so far here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
They're just going to run a slot in route. Bumpus came on the blitz on the back of that outside backer blitz, and they just ran up, hit the sticks, crossed over the middle of the field, and that's what you want to do. Throw it at the break, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Trips left, first down and 10. Toss out to Washington, sweeping left to the 40-yard line. Busts it outside to the 35-yard line. Still on his feet, inside the 30 to around the 26. And Micah Washington with a first down carry of about 17 yards. Moves the chains again.
Yeah, you got to be able to get off these blocks right here. They're going to go strong toss again out there, and
That run, good enough.
They had 1, 2, 3 blocks that they just could not fight off of, and 3 chances to maybe get a stop there, and you just got to do a better job fighting off blocks.
Tight end right. We have a tight end to the 2 tight ends right. We have a running back on the left side as well and a receiver to each side. And they got McAlester to jump. We went with the hard count, and we had the guys at the middle jump.
Offsides are called.
Brings up first down and 5, as that will move the chain gang a little bit closer to the red zone again. So far, and we knew this, Booker T. Washington, their trench game is insane. Very good trench game, and so far they're winning it on offense and defense as well. But they're really finding a lot of their success outside the tackles. Here's a snap to Brooks on 1st and 5. Looking left, passing. It's batted in the air, and it falls down harmlessly to the turf. Braden Bumpus was able to get his right hand up in the air and knock that one down. Looked like it was going to be a big play on a screen pass. Instead, 2nd down and 5 on the way as the clock stops with 1:44 left in the first.
Yeah, Bumpus right there. They just call his number, and they're just going to release that back.
Look at that vertical, man.
They released the back as like a little cross screen. They didn't bring the line to block for him. And they're just going to try to hit the back out of the backfield, and Bumpus, just like you said, uses that vertical, gets a hand up there. Good play.
Chirps right, 2nd and 5 from the 22. Toss out on Washington. He picks it up like a ground ball. We do have some whistles here
it's first. They're
going to be an incomplete pass instead. So it's an incomplete pass since they tossed it out in front of Washington. But still, he picked it up in stride like it was a ground ball and ran with it. That's very hard to do if you've ever tried to get a football off the turf in stride like that. But thankfully for McAlester, there's no gain as it's just an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 5 now from the 21 officially.
For the Hornets.
If you want a chance to get off the field and possibly put some points on the board, you got to do it right here.
1:43 left in quarter number 1. 2 receivers each side. Washington has not taken a break so far on offense. Levi Brooks claps, gets the ball. Designed to run all the way to Washington. Washington met at the 18 and driven back. I don't think he got the first down. I think it's going to be about a yard and a half shy. He met a brick wall, and Phil will be able to tell us who that was with the first hit.
Yeah, they go right there with a draw play, and Brooks pops back like he's going to pass, hands off, slides up, and then Will Spears just stuck him, wouldn't let him go. And that's what you want. You hope for those draw plays because you're showing pass. You're hoping you can get those backers to fly out and hit those drop points and slide up behind them. Buffaloes were not startled. They were not fooled there. Good eye.
Wildcat formation, Washington at the head of it, going for it on 4th down, running right, met at the line,
he
didn't get it. Buffaloes hold strong on 4th down again, about a good yard shy. McAllister's defensive line comes up clutch again, clogs up all the gaps, nowhere to go for Washington, and the Buffaloes turn away the Hornets with 55 seconds left in quarter number 1.
The Buffaloes will take over the football once.
A whole yard shy.
From their own 18-yard line.
And this Black Death defense bending but not breaking so far in the first 2 drives. We've only seen 3 drives, as the Hornets have been able to move it from their own 13 down to the 9 before a big sack into that one. McAlester didn't get a positive yard other than penalties in their only drive so far. And then the Hornets turned back around. Another great drive, got inside the 20-yard line, but stopped there. Can McAlester get some momentum offensively with their final 55 seconds of the first quarter? Casey Washington Maisie, running back to his left, trips left. There's a snap, and that one is broken up. Casey Washington Maisie, that snap went over to the right, and there was just nothing there for him. He's going to be tackled for a major loss back to around the 11 or 12-yard line. We're talking a loss of 5, 2nd down and 15. McAllister's been moving backwards. They're at negative 11 yards so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, not only was the snap a little to the right and off kilter, but you got to have your block on the backside, and guys just standing around just getting beat. And you cannot have that happen if you're expecting to win a football game and possibly a district title.
Hornets defense so far stinging the Buffaloes. Here's the next pass. It's almost intercepted. It is. Batted in the air, tip drill to himself. Pick 6 by the Booker T. Washington Hornets. That was Anthony Harris. Read the screen pass, tipped it up in the air, and still made the catch into the end zone for 6. And the Hornets strike first.
They ran a bubble screen right there, and James Barr Jr., he's got to have that block. right? Davion Bickham, he's running the screen. He's running that bubble. James Barr Jr. has got to put himself in front of him and get that block. Allow Bickham a chance to catch that ball and work upfield, but instead he misses the block.
Carpenter puts his ball in the air. It's a little off to the right, but still through the uprights. And the Hornets lead the Buffaloes 7-0 early on a defensive touchdown. 13 seconds left in the first. We'll take a break and be back here on KNED.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
Around Hornet fans, we've got
Carpenter is going to put toe to leather here as McAlester trails 7-0. We are in the middle of a return that bounces straight into the arms of a Buffalo. It's Cleveland Williamson moving far side to the 20-yard line. We got already some flags here. To the 25-yard line, down the far sideline to the 29 where he steps out. We have a flag back at the McAlester 39-yard line. We'll wait and see what it is. But then Anthony Harris, pick 6 by the Booker T. Washington Hornets on a missed block, led to a touchdown, and the PAT made it 7-0. The Hornets have been able to move down the field offensively, but fourth down, they struggled so far as they're 0 for 2 on fourth down. But the defense said, I'll do it myself. You know, Joseph Graves, his signature sack move is the Thanos snap. Well, that time Anthony Harris, he could have done the snap.
Oh, 100%. He just straight up, he's man across from him is Davion Bickham, who's running that bubble screen. And he didn't get blocked. And he's like, if you're not going to block me, I'm going to go make a play.
By the way, the call was a holding call, so it's on McAlester again. We mentioned they need to be better in the penalty department. Last 2 weeks, they have not been very good. That moves them back 10 yards. They're going to start this drive inside their own 20-yard line at the 18.5. McAlester has not had, they've had one positive play so far on offense. You got to change that up here. 2 receivers right, loading the line. It's hard to do against this stellar Booker T defense that's only given up 10.8 points per game in district play so far. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-0 McAlester trails. Handoff. Jordan Clark up the middle, nothing there. No gain on the carry, and that is how the first quarter will end. The Buffaloes trail 7-0 against the Hornets. Here, what could be the district championship on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
So McAlester in the yards department and really every department except for the scoreboard dominated in the first quarter. Did not get positive yards on offense in the first quarter. Gave up a pick 6, and the Hornets were able to drive down the field. But McAllister's defense bended but did not break in 2 consecutive drives, getting fourth down stops. That's why the score is only 7-0 advantage Booker T. McAllister's got to do something here on this next set of downs as we have second down and 9, it looks like. Now moving it right to left inside the 20-yard line. Buffaloes with the ball. Fresh 12 minutes on the clock out of the oven. This is the Buffaloes' third drive. Their last one was that pick 6 by Anthony Harris. 2 receivers each side, 7 to snap it. Case and Washington Maisie is awaiting the snap. We'll have to take a McAlester timeout. So we'll take a timeout and be back here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or price at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190. Compass 28090.
We're going to go to our sideline man, Chase McNutt, here in just a little while, but we're coming out of the McAlester timeout as both teams just have one left for the remainder of the first half. McAlester trails 7-0. About to have our first play of the second quarter after the Buffalo timeout. Two receivers to the left, two to the right, ball right between the hash marks. And it is Jordan Clark, our running back, to the left of KWM, Kason Washington Maisie. Right to left is moving the ball. Here's the handoff to Jordan Clark, right up the gut. This time some positive yards to the Buffaloes, and they're pushing the pile out to around the 20, let's call it 3-yard line, 24. Good gain of about 4, brings up third down and manageable. But Chase, from the sideline, what have you seen from the Buffaloes in quarter number 1?
Well, Brandon, it's just mistakes offensively. I think there's been some times where guys just haven't known what the call is, or there's just been some mix-ups, and I think that's why we saw that last time out, because Coach Maisie was really talking to Kason Washington Maisie after that, just to kind of try and figure things out and see if they can figure out this communication.
Third down, and we'll call it 4 here for the Buffaloes from inside the 25-yard line, looking for their first down by their own merit here. Here's the snap. Washington Maisie already under pressure. Screen pass caught by Jordan Clark to the 30-yard line. There is the first down. Past the 30 to the 35. Watch him go, and just grabbed by his shoelaces at the 45-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by a Hornet. The Buffaloes get out to their own 45-yard line. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider, deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging, more time with your provider, same day or next day appointments, and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522. That's McAllister's first down of their own merit, meaning the last first down they had was because of a pass interference. That's a great screenplay to Jordan Clark. Ball on the far hash, trips left. Kason Washington Maisie with the snap. Quarterback run, right side. And he will run to the 47-yard line before he's taken down after a gain of 2. Looked like an option play there by the quarterback and his running back, Jordan Clark. Brings up second down and 8 with 10:32 left in the first half. 7-0 McAlester trail so far.
I want to go back to that screenplay. We got away with a block on the back and the hold on the same guy. And so they didn't call it as Jordan Clark ran by. We'll take it. And we'll take a first down, pick up a 21 through the air. And now Buffalo seem like they have got some mojo moving now.
See if they can hold that. Trips left. Second down and 8. Snap. Toss out over to Clark. Clark already met, but he gets away from one man to the line of scrimmage and stopped there. Forward progress might get him out to the Buffalo 48-yard line. And it will. He gets a gain of 1. Third down and 7 here for the Buffalo offense. And we got some whistles here as we do have a Hornet that's down, and that's, I believe it's Joseph Graves sitting down at the 44-yard line. We'll take an injury timeout and be back here on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So it was Joseph Graves that was down, their future D1 star, the sophomore that has been just tearing up McAlester so far. It looks like he walked off on his own power. Looks like he should be okay. We're going to have a more detailed injury report coming up in a bit. But here is 3rd down and 7 for the Buffaloes. Rolling out right, Casey Washington Mazey looks downfield. No one's there as he threw it towards the 40-yard line. Couldn't find the open man. I don't think there was an open man, and that will bring up 4th down and 7. The Buffaloes look like they're going to have to punt this one away. 9:36 left in the first half, but Chase threw down the sideline. Looked like Joseph Graves was able to get himself off the field on his own power there.
Yeah, it looked like it might have just been a stinger. He was rubbing that arm as he got up and was walking off. Didn't seem to have a limp, so made me think it wasn't lower body. But again, I think it might just be a stinger. I'm looking at him on the sideline. He has a trainer next to him, but he's got his helmet on. I'm thinking he's going to be coming in this next series.
So 4th down, the Buffaloes will have to punt it away for the 2nd time today. 9:36, the clock has stopped here in the first half as Jackson McKinney has to quick kick this one away. It's a line drive and a wobbler that still gets good yardage out to the 30-yard line. And that's where the Hornets are going to begin this drive. The only touchdown that we've had so far today has been a pick 6 on a play that happened inside McAllister's own 15-yard line by number 5, Anthony Harris. Both defenses have been stout. The Hornets have been more dominant. McAllister's been more bend but don't break. As we have 9:30 left in the first half, out comes the Hornet offense led by, again, the quarterback Levi Brooks and Micah Washington. What's impressed me is that, a lot of running backs, you see them take breaks often. Michael Washington has not taken a single snap from the sideline on offense so far. He's on the left side of Levi Brooks. H-back tight end right. Here's the snap. Handoff Washington. Washington dances, gets through into the secondary, spins past one man to the 37-yard line, and then tackled down there. Called a gain of about 5 or 6, brings up 2nd down and medium here for the Hornets from their own 37-yard line.
Buffalo's number 22, Brandon Smith.
Make that a gain of 7. Forward progress gets him out to the 37-yard line. So you have 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Hornets. Get H-back tight end left, 2 receiver set, 1 on each side. Washington on the left side of Brooks. There's a snap, toss out over to Washington. Washington tries to get outside the tackle and does so for a 1st down. And out to the BTW 43-yard line. Move the chains there for the Hornets. And Coach Dan Bitson leading the way for the Hornets, a alumni of Booker T. Ended up winning a gold ball with the Hornets back in 1984. And he played ball down the street for the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, where he is a Hall of Famer and one of the greatest wide receivers in TU history. 163 receiving yards and 163 receptions, 3,300 yards in his career.
Brandon, I want to point out the first Hornet who went down is heading to the locker room with no jersey on and a sling around his arm.
As Washington is met in the backfield, tries to push himself back forward, and I think he did get back to the line of scrimmage. If not that, he lost a yard, but the Buffaloes end up getting a good stop on 1st down. But yeah, the player that was injured earlier, that was Kenyon Farley, and he ended up getting some screen passes thrown out to him, and it was an upper body injury, and looks like hopefully everything's all right there with Farley, but he may not be returning in this game. Good catch by Phillip Jewell Jr. We hope for the best there, and hopefully nothing too serious there for Farley. As that is no gain on the toss out to Micah Washington, brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 43. Ball favoring the left hash. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tight end left. The snap. Back to pass, rolling out right. Brooks looking downfield. Tosses batted. Pfeiffer Mitchell knocks that one out of the air, and it brings up 3rd down and 10. We do have a flag back at the 50-yard line. We've had a lot of flags so far in this one. We'll see what this is for, but McAlester, it's on their, closer to their sideline, but that doesn't mean anything.
Wherever it came from, it came late.
Just totally away from the play, too.
Ineligible man downfield.
Yeah, McAllister's going to decline that penalty. With the incomplete pass, brings up 3rd down and 10. McAllister would rather take the loss of down rather than the loss of 5 yards and a repeat 2nd.
Oh, yeah, he was. He was all the way about the 49-yard line before the ball came out.
So 8 minutes on the clock. It has stopped with the incomplete pass from Brooks. Hornets lead the Buffaloes 7-0. The Buffaloes will try to keep the Hornets from moving the chains again. They've been able to get a couple of sacks on Brooks so far. Washington is to the right side of his QB. 2 receivers right again, 1 left, still sticking with that tight end on the right side. Snap, back to pass Brooks. Brooks looking middle. Will toss over the middle into double coverage. It's picked off at the 40-yard line. Down the near sideline to the 50, to the other 45, to the 40, and tackled out of bounds at the, not out of bounds, but tackled down at the 39-yard line. Coming up with the interception, that is Rodney Washington, the freshman. Playing safety, comes up with a big pick, and the Buffaloes are about to have their first offensive snap on the Booker T side of the 50 coming up as he brings it all the way back to the BTW 40-yard line.
For the McAlester Buffaloes, once again,
Rodney Washington with McAllister's 13th interception of the season. And let's see if the Buffaloes can build off of this momentum. Jordan Clark will be in the backfield with Casey Washington-Mazey. I think he's been the only running back to take a snap for the Buffaloes, just like Michael Washington with the Hornets. They're moving everyone to the right side.
And they're going to stack them, too.
Here's the snap. Washington-Mazey passing out to Brandon Smith. Smith trying to get the corner to the 40-yard line to the 35. There's another flag as he gets close to the first down marker. But this one is more than likely coming back as well.
This is definitely in that area of holding. And yeah, it's holding.
Heavily penalized first half by both these teams so far. And McAlester, anytime that it seems like they're having some kind of positive play, it's coming back due to a hanky. But McAlester also got away with a no call earlier on their first down of the second quarter.
Yeah, we grabbed his arm and held him, and then another guy pushed him in the back. And, sometimes you get calls, sometimes you don't get calls, and that's just the way football goes. You take your licks and you move on.
So that's now first down and 20 for the Buffs. Ball's put back at the 50-yard line just above the Tulsa Public Schools logo, favoring that right hash. McAlester is moving it right to left across your radio dial and your screen. 10 to snap it after they went with the hard count. No one bit for Booker T. The snap. It'll be a handoff. Jordan Clark. Clark only able to get a couple of yards there, maybe just one even. Brings up second down and 19. They're trying to establish the run. They're running it right to the D line of the Hornets. If you can establish that run, you're looking at your offense completely opening up. And they've had a couple of decent runs of 3 or 4 yards, but it is so hard going up against arguably the toughest D line in 5A football in Dwayne Jones, Joseph Graves, Jeremiah Perry. Gain of 1 out to the Booker T 49. 6:45 left in the first half. Buffaloes trail by 7-0. 5 to snap it, trips left. 4-3, man in motion's Brandon Smith. 2, there is the snap. Pass out near side. No. He ran very well, but still caught by Brandon Smith to the 48-yard line, still on his feet. All that for no gain. There was nearly another pick six as Anthony Harris was once again in the area. I don't know how Washington-Mazey completed that pass to Brandon Smith. Forward progress is going to mark Brandon Smith at the 48-yard line, so it's another gain of 1 to bring up third down and 18.
Man, you're running these quick hitters, these bubble screens to the outside. You have got to pick up these blocks because that could have been another pick six right there. And just time after time, mental errors right now for the Buffaloes, and that is keeping them off the scoreboard. And if you're going to run screens like that, you got to pick up those blocks. You are the last line of defense.
Stacking 2 receivers to each side of the line, close to the line. 3rd and 18. Washington-Mazey back to pass, bringing the house. Washington-Mazey in trouble. He's going to be dropped. Back at the McAlester 40-yard line, we keep on moving backward. That's going to be a loss of 10 yards. That is where Booker T makes their money. When you have third down, second down, and long, and you've got to run long routes, that's just enough time for these excellent pass rushers to be able to get back to the quarterback. That's an official loss of 8 yards. That brings up 4th down and 28 on the scoreboard, and McKinney's going to have to punt this one away again.
Put yourself in the plus side of the 50, and that hold is what did it.
McKinney will kick this one away. Wobbly punt that will bounce at the 32 and hits off of a Buffalo, so this one is actually going to not be back at the 25-yard line. Where he touched it was around the 35. We'll see where they officially mark the ball down at, though. Now they're still calling it the 26. The Buffalo did hit it around the 35. And that's the discussion we're having right now. One official said, well, a Buffalo hit it around the 35-yard line, but it was taken at the 26.
Well, It was a
Yeah, he was also pushed into the ball, too.
it was a block in the back, like a big-time block in the back that pushed him into it.
Yeah, and they're going to officially mark this at the 25-yard line. So that's what the officials say after they come together to meet. So it gives McAlester an extra 15 yards in the punt. And the Hornets will start this drive at their own 25-yard line with 4:57 left in the first half. We have not had an offensive touchdown yet. Hornets have gotten close a couple of times, especially on their opening drive when they got it to the 9-yard line. A holding call brought back a touchdown by Michael Washington. And then the Buffaloes had a big-time fourth-down sack to be able to keep them off the scoreboard. Then Anthony Harris, pick 6, is the reason why the Hornets lead this game. It's the second consecutive week McAllister's given up a defensive touchdown. 2 running backs in the backfield now with Levi Brooks. Man goes in motion. Here's the snap. Hand off over to Washington. Washington breaks through and now grabbed by his ankles at the 32-yard line and taken down there. Good game by Washington on first down, though. And that brings up second down and about 3 here for the Hornets. Jackson McKinney in with another tackle.
Yeah, they're just pushing our defensive line around, and they're getting up in the face of our linebackers, stepping on their toes, and then it's really hard for your linebackers to differentiate where the gaps are and to be able to get back there and to make a play when you have linemen on your toes. So right now, this defensive line, they've got to buck up, and they got to start punching them in the face, maybe do some cuts if you need to, keep that push and getting them gaps. And
yeah, there was nearly a delay of game there. It took a long time for them to be able to get back into the huddle and break the huddle, and the Hornets have to take their final timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:12 left in the half. Buffaloes trail 7-0. Second down and 3 coming up from the Hornets from their own 32 here on KNED.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
So Booker T had to burn their final timeout so they wouldn't get a delay of game. They have Caleb Barnes and number 3, Michael Washington, in the backfield. One to each side of Levi Brooks. Man in motion this time is Barnes. Snap pass out over to Barnes. Barnes catches it at the 35-yard line. Pass to man to the 42. First down for the Hornets. Still on his feet. Walking the tightrope like Stevie Ray Vaughan down to the 50-yard line where he's stepping out of bounds to the 50-yard line. And that will move the chains again for the Hornets. With 4:03 left in the second quarter, McAlester trailing 7-0.
They brought him all the way from the other side of the field and brought him like a jet sweep kind of thing and just motion behind. And safeties didn't really seem to pick it up. Drayton had a slot receiver right over the top of him. He couldn't follow it. And so when that happens, you got to shift the coverage, bring somebody else over, because they're about to hit something in the slot, and that's what happened, and picked up 18 yards on it.
2 receivers left. Now Michael Washington in motion. The snap, handoff over to Barnes. Barnes up the middle. Barnes dropped after a gain of only 1. Believe on the tackle. That looks to be Brandon Douglas. Something I saw on the defensive line, they've switched up their nose tackle and their defensive end. It looks like actually Sean Perkins has moved into the nose tackle spot. Gavin Mason is now playing defensive end a little bit for the Buffaloes. That's a gain of 2 officially, brings up second down and 8.
Yeah, they got to figure something out right now, because right now Booker T. Washington is doing anything they want on the offense and defensive line. As I about fall out my chair.
3:30 left to go, by the way, in the first half. Buffaloes trail 7-0. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Again, staying with that 2-back set here behind Brooks. Man in motion is going to be Michael Washington to the left side. Snap, pass out over to Washington. Washington, it's overthrown, but it is a forward pass, so that will be incomplete. And if that gets to Washington, he might take that to the house. That'll bring up third down and 8.
Yeah, they showed 0 blitz right there, and I believe that's Noah Leonardo delivered the shot. And he saw him coming, and he knew that Bumphus was able to jump up there and tip that one away, so he threw that one higher, and that's why Washington wasn't able to come down with that. Great, perfect play call there by Coach Harmon. Perfectly timed up blitz.
Still with the 2-back set, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Brooks has the ball, hands it off over to Barnes. Barnes sweeping right, tackled, 2-man tackle here. As coming up with the ankle tackle first. Looked to be Pfeiffer Mitchell. Also in on the tackle, Nemo Missiontubby in the area. Gain of only 1 brings up 4th down and 7. And usually when you run it on 3rd down and 8, you have the plans of maybe going for it on 4th down as well, but I don't think they got enough yards that they wanted to get here. So we might see the Hornets punt the ball away for the first time.
Pfeiffer read that perfectly. He came from that backside backer spot. Right guard wasn't able to work up to him, and that left guard just kind of didn't even look for him. And there was a huge gap. You could have drove a Mack truck through, and Pfeiffer Mitchell seen it, stuck his nose in there, grabbed him by the ankles, and let Nemo clean it up, and that's what you want for your defense.
Levi Brooks is their quarterback, also their punter, and that one is a booming punt with the wind that bounces at the 5-yard line and crosses the goal line. What a leg on Levi Brooks. We've seen him throw the ball very well, and we saw him kick it well there, but thankfully for McAlester and our fans here on KNED, that went into the end zone, so McAlester will get this ball starting at their own 20-yard line. But they haven't really been able to move the ball. Only 2 first downs. One of them has been by penalty, as they would like to end the first half with a little bit of momentum. If they can somehow get down the field and score here, they have 1 timeout remaining, by the way. If they can get down the field and score, they also get the ball to begin the second half. 7-0 is our score. McAlester was able to get an interception by Rodney Washington and bring it back to the Booker T 40, but this is far and away McAllister's toughest defense they played this year.
Oh, 100%. Another thing, if you can get some momentum and you can just keep NASCARing it, no huddle, just run the line and go, Booker T don't have no timeouts to stop the clock and get a breath.
Pistol formation at the head of it, Jordan Clark. Tight end H-back left, that's Will Spears and Pfeiffer Mitchell. Wide receiver to each side, 6 to snap it. There is a snap handoff to Clark. Clark up the middle. Clark getting positive yards out to the 24-yard line. Gain of 4 brings up 2nd down and 6. So let's see the mindset here of Coach Mazey and the offensive staff. Do they want to see what they can do here in this first set of downs? Do they burn a lot of time off the clock and maybe take a 7-0 deficit into the halftime? Or do they go for broke here? Because you don't want to leave Booker T with too much time to be able to go down the field and score, too. They have an explosive offense that McAllister's been able to keep at bay so far.
Right, but you also don't want to misfire and then go down 14-0 in the hole.
Right. Snap. Rolling out right. Washington Mazey jumps and throws, looking for Pfeiffer Mitchell, and it's a little off to the right. So that will stop the clock with 1:44 left in the first half. And we're looking at 3rd down and 6 for the Buffaloes.
Mitchell falls incomplete.
That's the second time in 2 weeks that we've seen Pfeiffer Mitchell have a pass get thrown to him. First one, though, last week he ended up going for 13 yards and a first down. It was a key first down at the time against Bishop Kelly last week.
Brandon Douglas is in there on the offensive line, and he was working around, and he got in there, and he was getting physical with that defensive end.
3rd and 6 is a handoff to Jordan Clark. Clark, nothing. Gain of 1 before he's lit up at the 25-yard line. Hornets, again, don't have any timeouts. They have 1 on the clock, but they burned it in their last offensive drive. So the Buffaloes are going to wind this clock down, try to leave the Hornets with as little time as possible. They got to get it away, too, because the last punt that McKinney had close to being blocked. So McAlester wants to make sure that they get this ball away. And the defense can hold tight here for the final minute of the second quarter. McKinney standing at his own 16-yard line. Back to return. Looks to be Maximus Houston. Snap is a punt and almost blocked again. This one's going to be shanked off to the right side. Still takes a McAlester bounce, though, and will be downed at the 50. Smack dab on the 50. McKinney's able to get that one away from a Hornet. And the Hornets have 52 seconds, and 50 yards to go for another touchdown. It's been a defensive battle all the way down to the scoring in this game. Again, our only 7 points was from number 5, Anthony Harris, on a pick 6 that he bobbled about 5 yards down the field and caught once he was in the end zone. McAlester has 1 timeout left. Again, Booker T, none. Ball's in the far hash, and out comes the offense, and Levi Brooks and Michael Washington in the backfield. They went with a 2-back set for a majority of their last drive. No 2-back set this time. Caleb Barnes still on the sideline. 2 receivers right. Looks like 1 on the left. Then a tight end on the line as well. 52 seconds and 50 yards to go for the Hornets. Up 7-0 on the black and gold, and we do have some whistles here. Looks to be a delayed game on the Hornets, and now moving back 5 yards.
They'll move the football 5 yards further back, place it down at the 45.
Buffaloes have been in some low-scoring games this year, and they've been on both sides of them. In Week 1, they lost to Poto 16-14. That game was 7-2 at halftime, and they also beat 8 at 10-2. That game was a 2-0 game, a 3-2 game going into halftime. They didn't score their first touchdown until about 8 minutes left to go in the game. So McAllister's not a stranger to low-scoring games this year. Here's first down and 15, pass out near side. Caught by Compton in stride to the 50-yard line, to the 45. Tackled out of bounds, it looks like. Yep, they're going to stop the clock as he gets to the 43-yard line. So I'll stop the clock with 47 seconds left, and he got a good chunk of yards, gain of 12. Brings up second down and 3. Out to the McAlester 43-yard line.
They just run a little bubble screen right there, and nobody on the outside right there that can hook up on him, and he just catches it. Nobody out there. Outside receivers on a go. Pick up some yardage.
Hornets having a lot more success with those bubble screens than McAllister is, and we have another stoppage. Now, I was about to say Booker T, at first they signal Hornet timeout, then they say McAllister. So both teams, neither one of them have a timeout left. 47 seconds left in the first half. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Buffalo Football on KNED.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So neither team, by my count, has any timeouts left. I know it says one on the scoreboard for Booker T, but they called a timeout earlier to prevent a delay of game. We have 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tied in on the right side of the line with Michael Washington on the right. Again, 47 seconds left until the end of the half. The Hornets lead 7-0 on the Buffaloes. And second down and 3 from the Buffalo 43. Back to pass is Brooks on second down. Has all day. Passes left. It's almost intercepted. Braden Bumpus in the area. It is incomplete. He tried to say, hey, I came up with the ball, but that one clearly bounced like a basketball on the turf here of SC Williams Stadium. Brings up third down and 3.
Hey, if you don't try to sell it, you can't say you tried.
That's right. That's right. 42 seconds left. McAllister trailing by a touchdown and an extra point.
42.5 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And the Hornets break the huddle with 14 to snap it. They're going to come out with trips left. The favorite target so far has been number 6, Jamian Compton. He had a 12-yard catch that brought him to second down and 3 earlier. Here's third and 3. The toss out over to Washington. Washington has the corner to the 35-yard line, to the 30. Sweeps right past one man and goes to the 25. As Boomer once said, whoop. In midair, just slides to the right like it's the cha-cha slide. And that brings up first down and 10 from the McAllister 25-yard line with 35 seconds left. And look how quickly he got down the field in 12 seconds. Michael Washington, there's a reason why they call him Sweet Feet, because he did an interview with one of the news channels over here in Tulsa. He's been called that since Little League football. That's just a nickname he got from a long time ago, and he's been keeping it since. It's because he's quick as lightning, man. We do have a stoppage here by the officials. They officially put it down at the 24-yard line. The Hornets so far today are 0 for 2 in the red zone. Buffaloes are hoping to make them 0 for 3, but they have plenty of time, but no timeouts left. 34 seconds. There's a conversation here on the near sideline. I know that Chase will not be able to tell what this is. He's on the whole other side of the gridiron here.
Well, I have a guess. I think it was to put an extra second back on the clock because it started after the ball was set, and then immediately the whistles came in. And I think they were just asking if they wanted that second back, and it looks like they put 1.6 seconds back on the clock.
Johnny on the spot, Chase McNutt. That's what they did, 35.8. They put 1.8 seconds left on the clock. So they went from 1 to 1.6 to 1.8. They got it up to 35.8 seconds left in the first half. Brooks has got the ball looking right. Clean pocket, tosses right, long way to throw it, and it's incomplete. That one went a long way in the air for only about 5 yards of gridiron time. Incomplete. Looking for Jamian Compton. Again, the Hornets are down a receiver right now. Kenyon Farley, who had a couple of receptions early in this game, left the game with what looked to be an upper body injury. So they're down a receiver. And since then, we've seen the emergence of Ja'Kylan Jackson. But I think he's had one reception so far, and it was for a first down back in their second drive. Second down and 10 from the Buffalo 24-yard line. 5 seconds went off the clock.
Hurry.
They got 4 seconds to snap to empty backfield. 5 wide. Back to pass Brooks. Brooks steps up. Under pressure. Has to run it himself. Now tosses it late. Caught by Jackson. Jackson out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Dangerously close to that line of scrimmage, but did not cross it. And it's a first down here for the Hornets. We were just speaking about him. Number 7, Ja'Kylan Jackson. And I spoke his name like Beetlejuice.
You got to stay home, Will
He's making a
Spears.
catch.
You got to stay home. Will Spears hooked on the drop and then bit on Brooks as Brooks worked to the line of scrimmage thinking he was going to run. And at that point, let him cross the line of scrimmage, let him come up like he's going to run, hit him there, but you got to stay with the receiver.
Because that stops the clock again. 24 seconds left. They got plenty of time here from the Buffalo 10-yard line. Can McAllister's defense be stout once more? The snap, handoff Washington. Washington up the middle to the 7-yard line, tackle down, and the clock will run. Yeah, the Hornets, they were already making their way to the near sideline. They said, you got to hurry up, 13 seconds. This might be the final play unless they clock it. Brooks dropped the snap. He has to run it. He's going to be sacked. Noah Leonardo with the sack back at the 14-yard line, and that will be the end of the half. They bobbled the snap on a play that they were going to clock the ball. And Noah Leonardo took advantage and brought Levi Brooks down to the turf. And for the third time tonight, the Black Death defense turn away the Hornets inside the 20. But it's still a 7-0 game in favor of the orange and black. The second half to decide the district title will be coming up in just a moment, but we do also have our Buffalo halftime show, which is brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, coming up soon. You're listening to your home for McAlester Sports, KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard. Built for work and play, Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
They say it's your birthday. It's our birthday too, yeah.
This month, we're celebrating 45 years at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. That's 45 years of serving the community with the best vehicles and service. Join us for incredible anniversary deals. Come get $2,000 off our 2024 Nissan Rogues or lock in a 2.9% rate. Drive away in a 2024 Frontier for $2,500 off or lock in a rate of 3.9%. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer always comes first. Vickers is having a Fall into Savings event. We're offering special discounts on living room and bedroom suites all month long. Visit our website for unbeatable deals at vickers-furniture.com or come see us at 215 South 2nd Street.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
Well, it's been a defensive game all the way through, even going down to the scoring, as our score at the end of the first half, 7-0, the Booker T. Washington Hornets lead the McAlester Buffaloes. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Stop by Wiley's in McAlester for all of your jewelry needs. The only touchdown that we've had so far tonight has been an Anthony Harris pick six on the Buffaloes on McAlster's second drive of the game. It was inside the 15-yard line. A bubble pass, a bubble screen was intercepted, bobbled for about 5 or 10 yards before finally being caressed across the goal line for a touchdown by Anthony Harris. A fantastic athletic play, and that is why the Hornets lead McAlester 7-0. Now, the Hornets have marched their way down the field multiple times, including right before the end of the first half, but they've been turned away in the red zone 3 different times by the Black Death defense. McAllister's defense keeping them in this game. McAllister's offense, they've only been able to manage 1 first down on their own merit. Only 2 first downs on the entire first half. The other one, other than Jordan Clark's catch and go on a screen pass, was a pass interference in their opening drive. McAllister's got to be able to move the ball a little bit better. I know that's going to be a major key to our second half, but Phillip, what was your opinion on the first half by the Buffaloes?
Oh, man. You did good defensively. You didn't give up any points defensively. You bent, but you didn't break. Too many mental mistakes in the penalties. You get a first down, then you get a hold, and put you behind the chains. After Rodney Washington got you an interception of the plus out of the 50, and you got to quit putting the 45 to your toes and pulling the trigger, because sooner or later you ain't gonna have no toes. And it seems like this team takes 1 step forward and they take 2 steps back tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that for the year, but tonight. And
well, this is far and away the best defense they played this year.
It is. And Joseph Graves, he's very good. Also he takes some snaps off. I've been watching, and he kind of loafs and he lets his other guys kind of clean it up, you ain't got to go full speed.
You're a D lineman. You're supposed to take some snaps off. And
right.
when their defense has been so good as a collective unit, he's been allowed to do that.
And whenever he's able to make that work, and can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. It was like staticky in my headset, and then everything went silent. So I was like,
you're good.
My headset go down again. But yeah, but he's a good ball player, and he gets in the backfield and he wreaks havoc. He's very physical, very violent. You gotta get blocks. If you're gonna run screen plays to get away from him and to get away from that defensive line, you have got to block the last man that's gonna be standing there, because they're running screen plays on you, and guess what?
They're working,
and you ain't got nobody, and we ain't got nobody around it, or the last person that's gonna be there to make the play is getting blocked. And so
we have to do the same back to them.
Exactly. And those are right there. Those are my initial thoughts of the first half so far.
Yep. So, Chase, we have a little bit of time to come out and reach out to you. What was your opinion of the first half? Just your initial thoughts there from the sideline. Chase, can you hear me? I think we lost Chase there for a second. Okay. So anyway, we will be back with him in just a little bit. But for our difference maker of the first half, I mean, who else would it be? I think I heard Chase. There we go. All right. Yeah, we got Chase a little bit later, but we got him now. So what was your opinion on the first half from the sideline?
Well, offensively, they got to stop putting them in bad situations.
You're cutting in and out, buddy.
Closer to the field, I was back right on. Can you better now?
A little bit, but you're still kind of cutting in and out there. We can give you a little bit.
We can try this again here in a couple minutes if you want.
Oh, yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with Chase here in just a little while. Let's first off go to our difference maker, and it's pretty obvious. Well, I say it's pretty obvious. It's the only guy that scored a touchdown tonight, and he almost had another pick six. His name is Anthony Harris. He had the pick six by the Hornets, and he almost had a second one. I don't know how it wasn't picked, as Casey Washington Maisie got one out over to Brandon Smith. So any other difference makers? I mean, Joseph Graves obviously has made a big difference in this game. Yeah. McAlester, but if you were going to give a difference maker to a McAlester Buffalo defender, who would it be tonight?
Rodney Washington, because he made a big play, made the interception, and that's who I would give it to right now, because Booker T was looking like they were going to go drive down the field. They had some momentum going, and the freshman comes in after you're trying different guys because they're getting put in bad situations. They're putting themselves in bad situations at that, and then you put the freshman in, and he's able to make the play.
I'm already looking at the first half yards, and guys, I'm just going to do a little bit of a spoiler first. If I told you that McAlester was outgained in yards 191 to 16, what would you think the score would be?
I figure it would be a blowout.
It's 7-0 right now. McAlester is currently trailing the Booker T. Washington Hornets. Chase, if you have a little bit better of a positioning, can you tell me what your opinion is from the first half before we send it to commercial break?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're all good to go now.
Okay, awesome. Well, Brandon, defensively, I mean, you only give up 7. I mean, even the defense didn't give up any points in that first half. That was off of a defensive touchdown for Booker T. So, I mean, defensively, maybe just giving up too much on those first two early downs on first and second down, because it's been a lot of third and shorts for Booker T. So maybe just try and clean that up a little bit on the early downs. But offensively, find some kind of identity. The ball, I think majority of their passes have been screen passes just because they've been behind the sticks with all these penalties. Just too many penalties and really just haven't found a rhythm yet. If they can just calm down a little bit, there's a whole other 24 minutes left to play. That first half is gone. Doesn't mean anything anymore. So if they a little bit, just kind of get into a rhythm, establish that run game, they'll make this a better game here in the second half.
Yeah, and Chase has got a point because McAlester in the third quarter outscoring their opponents 58-3. So we'll see if McAlester can have another stellar third quarter coming out of the break, because right now they trail 7-0 over the Booker T. Washington Hornets in what very well could be the district championship. We'll have scores from around the district and area coming up next. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Yeah, free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry. McAlester trails at the break 7-0. Now let's look at some scores from around the district and around the area. Again, that's brought to you by our scoreboard update. Sponsor, Barlow Built Performance and Automotive. They're your full-service automotive repair shop, brake work, and heat and air repair. Plus, we do MIG and TIG welding. We're McAllister's only full-time exhaust shop. From race cars to your grandma's cars, we do it all. We sell tires and wheels. Barlow Built Performance and Automotive, 1 West Monroe Avenue in McAlester. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 918-318-0323. Phillip, take it away.
Well, we're going to start off with the one in Los Angeles, as the Yankees are currently one hitting the Dodgers, but it's 0-0. So in the 5th inning. So
that's your World Series update.
Now we're going to move on. District opponents. The battle by the river of the battle of the big cats at the Red River. The Tigres of Coweta currently lead the Durant Lions 10-6. Last night, we saw the Shawnee Wolves defeat the Edison Eagles 63-0. And right now, just across town, the Bishop Kelly Comets are up on the East Central Cardinals 25-7.
Into our local teams.
Right now, in the second quarter, the Eufaula Ironheads currently lead the Idabel Warriors 13-12.
Told y'all it was going to be a close game. We all picked Idabel, but I wouldn't be surprised if Eufaula won that game.
Eufaula made that trip down the Indian Nation Turnpike.
Idabel did.
Henrietta did to Antlers, and they currently lead 15-0. Atoka traveled to Spyro. They currently trail 21-0.
Ouch. Destiny said I should probably stop picking Atoka, by the way. She's an Atoka alumni. So she told me if I do not pick Atoka, I'm not going to sleep on the couch. So I've gotten the chains are off. So no more handcuffs there with the I can now pick against Atoka if I want to.
Vian currently trails Wilburton 42-0. Just kidding. Yep. Vian's leading that one. Beggs Demons, they traveled down 75 and they currently lead Colgate 34-0. I did not know this. The Holdenville Wolverines are 5th in 2A2. Community Christian is ranked 10th right now.
Yeah, they're good. They're good at 4-3.
It is 6-3 at half.
Holdenville on top.
Defensive battle. And then over there in Pecola, we see the Indians currently leading the Miners 22-7. The Bulldogs of Savannah are leading the Cougars 24-8. Thanks to downtown Nate Brown. I wasn't able to find the score, but he did. And the Dragons have breathed fire on the Savages, and they apparently have won 53-6. And that is our scores as we speak.
All right. Again, those were your local scores. We have stats and keys of the second half coming up next. Our score here at Tulsa, McAlester trails the Booker T. Washington Hornets 7-0. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry.
Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry in McAlester is your full-service jewelry store. Custom jewelry, sales, repair, watch battery replacement, and now carrying Citizen watches. Looking for a memorable gift? Come to Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Don't forget, if McAlester wins, you take an extra 15% off your purchase by telling us what the score was for the game. Follow us on Facebook and call us at 918-420-9313. Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, 1117 East Wade Watts Avenue, McAlester. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Stop by Wiley's McAlester for all of your jewelry needs. Again, the Booker T. Washington Hornets lead the McAlester Buffaloes 7-0 at the break. We're now going to be looking at our halftime stats. Fellas, do we want to start off with Booker T. or McAlester?
Let's start off with the home team.
All right, so Booker T. so far, let's look at our rushing yards. As we have Levi Brooks, the quarterback, he has had 4 carries. Again, some of these are sacks for negative 16 yards. We've had Micah Washington. He has had the bulk of the carries, 14 carries, but only 14 carries, 79 yards. I missed that little slant of the 7 there. So 14 carries for 79 yards, but no touchdowns. And we had number 4, Caleb Barnes. He had 2 carries for 3 yards. Brooks has thrown the ball often today. He has now thrown the ball, looks like, 23 times already. And he has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he is 13 for 23 for 125 yards and an interception. His receivers have been Caden McClellan. He had 2 catches for 15 yards. Number 6, that's Jamian Compton. He's their leading receiver, 5 catches for 62 yards. Keenan Farley, who left the game early, it looks like, with a upper body injury, he had 3 catches for 12 yards. Number 7, make that Jakylan Jackson. He had 2 catches for 18 yards. And number 4, Caleb Barnes, 1 catch for 18 yards. The Hornets have only had 5 penalties on them for a total of 25, 35, 40 yards. They had 191 yards of offense in the first half on 43 plays. McAlester, in perspective, a lot of games they've only ran about 55 plays. Hornets ran 43 in the first half, 66 rushing yards on 20 attempts, 125 passing yards on 23 attempts, 3.3 yards a rush, 5.4 yards a pass, and 4.4 yards a play. So 43 plays for the Hornets compared to just 19 for McAlester at the end of the first half. This is how the Buffaloes offense looked. We had Jordan Clark with 7 carries for 10 yards. Kason Washington-Maisie has been sacked twice, leading to 3 carries for negative 14 yards. And Brandon Smith, 1 carry for 1 yard. Case in Washington Maisie, he has had 8 passes. He has completed 1, 2, 3. He's 3 for 8 so far for 19 yards and an interception. That was Washington Maisie's first interception since, I want to say, Poto. We also had 3 receivers. Cleveland Williamson, a negative 4-yard reception. Will Spears had a 1-yard catch. And Jordan Clark had a 22-yard reception, McAllister's only offensive first down. Buffalo's penalties have been way worse. They've had 7 penalties for 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 45. So it's only an extra 5 yards, but they've had 2 extra penalties on the Buffaloes. They had negative 3 rushing yards in the first half on 11 attempts, 19 passing yards on 8 attempts. They were averaging negative 0.2 yards a rush, 2.4 yards pass, and they were averaging negative 0.8 yards a play in the first half, which so far, my 8 years of covering McAlester football, it was their worst half of offense in my time that I've been calling it here for the Buffaloes. So what can McAlester do in the second half? I'm going to start off with Phillip here to be able to get the ball moving as they're down 7-0.
Just gotta pick up some blocks. You gotta wreak some havoc, man. And I understand. I'm gonna give the man his flowers because he is a phenomenal athlete, Joseph Graves. But you have got to figure out a way to knock him off his rocker a time or two. And the best chance you had was when he was on the sideline for that entire drive after he came out, and then you ended up punting the football, and you had a chance right there to get something going, had some drops, had some miscommunications. You had Cleveland Williamson for a first down. He was wide open, and Washington Maisie just overlooked him, tried to go with a deeper route on the corner, throw it out of bounds, and just quit making the self-inflicted mistake that is going to put you behind the chains, or making the self-inflicted mistake that is going to get you a first down, but you do the opposite.
All right, now we have Chase. Your keys to the second half.
Just kind of in tune with what I said earlier about what I saw from that first half. They're going to have to establish some kind of run game to be able to get any semblance of a pass, because if they're one-dimensional, that is not a way for McAlester to win this game. So I think offensively, they're going to have to establish the run, whether that be with Clark, Bumphus, or Pouncil. And defensively, playing well, you just got to keep those first and second down gains a little bit shorter to put them in longer third down situations.
All right, the Buffaloes do get the ball to begin the second half. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. So what better way to be able to kickstart your offense, kickstart the team in the second half than to try to go down the field and tie the game. Again, it's 7-0. The Booker T. Washington Hornets lead the McAlester Buffaloes as we are about 2 minutes away from getting this one back underway. Again, this has been the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. Free jewelry cleaning and inspections are recommended every 4 to 6 months to keep your jewelry looking at its best. Proper cleaning and inspection will extend the longevity of your most cherished pieces of jewelry. We'll be back in about 90 seconds here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care with locations in McAlester and Hartshorn. Caring Hands provides easy access to health care at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or priced at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190. Compass 28090.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Booker T leads McAlester 7-0 as we're about to have our second half kickoff, brought to you by Red Duck Tattoo Studio. For all of your custom artwork, big or small, color or black and gray, now booking for fall. Gift certificates available. Red Duck Tattoo Studio, 219 East Chickasaw Avenue, McAlester. Must be 18 years or older. As this one's bobbled but picked up by Brandon Smith to the 20-yard line, gets it out to the 25, and now he's off to the races, to the 35, to the 40, down the 4 sideline, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. He's got a lot of green turf here in green country, and he makes it his way down to the 25-yard line. That is how you start off the second half. Brandon Smith with a return out to the 26-yard line of Booker T, and McAlester is in motion.
He dropped that ball. When the kick hit him, he dropped it. He muffed the kick, picked it up, and still was able to return it like that. That young man is a very, very special individual.
Averaging 14.2 yards per return on the season before that one. And McAlester, all of a sudden, with only one first down so far and 19 yards of offense in the first half, 27 yards away from possibly tying this game up. That is a jolt of electricity from Brandon Smith. Some could say a little bit of dynamite there. TNT with a return. Two receivers to the left, H-back to the right. McAlester loading up the line, trying to establish the run, as Chase McNutt said in the halftime show. Need to get a little bit of yards to try to establish that. Looks like it's Pfeiffer Mitchell and Will Spears on the right side of the line. Jordan Clark is the running back in the pistol right now. 7 to snap it. About to have our first offensive play of quarter number 3, and we do have...
3 jumps, my gosh.
Yeah, a D lineman on the side crossed, but I think we had a McAlester player move first. No, it's on Booker T.
Against the Hornets.
After the conversation between the two refs, it's on Booker T, and McAlester will move that ball 5 yards to the 22-yard line. Again, McAlester was outgaining yardage 191 to 19 in the first half. But I think everyone will tell you it doesn't matter what you do in yardage. What's the score? Right now it's 7-0. And McAlester will go under center for the first time tonight. Braden Bumpus, I believe, is under center. He has the ball, running it left. He gets across the 20 into the red zone and pushes himself to around the 18, close to the first down marker. We're into the red zone, though, and that is the Pops Kettle Corn red zone in Old Town, 2714 North Main Street, McAlester. You can custom color your popcorn for the holidays. Choose from numerous bag sizes, bulk, or a gift box. Call 918-404-5630 for quotes. It's a gain of 4, brings up second down and 1.
Sugar rush right there. Normally they try to slide through that A gap. Guess what he does? He runs all the way away from Joseph Graves, got behind the big block of defenders, picks up 4 yards. We're going to go with it again right here, boys.
Second down and 1. From in the red zone, McAllister's first time in the red zone. They have been able to hold the Hornets to 0 for 3 in the red zone.
Oh, we got a player. He had to come out. He had blood or something. He's going to get looked at.
Who's that came off the field there? Chase, were you able to see? It was a 60 number.
66 or 68.
If it's 66, that's Gavin Mason. 68 would be Nemo Missiontubby. But that changes up the entire philosophy here, as now I see, instead of the heavy set coming in, McAllister's got 17 seconds to figure out what they want to do here on second down and 1.
We still got guys moving around. We got to go. We got 10 seconds left.
They break the huddle with 10 seconds. Back to the regular spread offense. Now H-back tight end right, 3 to snap it. Men move over to the left side of the line. And there's a snap, but not before a timeout has to be called by Coach Mazey. A lot of moving parts, and we had to burn maybe a crucial timeout. Just a minute 33 into the second half. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So the Buffaloes had to burn a timeout down 7-0 against the Booker T. Washington Hornets due to just changing up the play after a player had to come out due to blood. As they made their way to the far sideline, let's see what McAlester calls for out of the timeout. 10:37 left on the clock in quarter number 3 after a great return by Brandon Smith out to what was the 27-yard line of Booker T. McAlester will go back with the sugar rush here. On 2nd down and 1, got 4 yards last time. Braden Bumpus under center, runs it to the left, gets the first down out to the 16-yard line before he's tackled down at the 15. So that'll move the chains for the Buffaloes. Only their second offensive first down of the game, but they do move the chains. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the Booker T 15.
Yeah, they're just going to go that sugar rush, and again, he's just going to follow his tight end. And he followed Pfeiffer Mitchell right there. And again, they like to slide that sugar rush dozer right through that A gap. He's getting behind that tight end, Pfeiffer Mitchell, making him push.
Back to the spread formation. McAlester went with the hard count, nothing going on there. 2 receivers to the right is Cleveland Williamson and Devion Bickham. And 2 receivers to the left. It looks like Cade Fringe and Brandon Smith.
Snap it.
There's a snap, handoff. Jordan Clark again met nothing there. As we have a loss of 1 or maybe even 2 on the carry by Jordan Clark. And yep, you know who's there. That's number... It's actually Caden Jones. Dwayne Jones. And we do have a little bit of a stoppage here as they have to get someone off the field here.
It was Jordan Clark.
Yeah.
I mean, he took a lick. Jaden Jones, he stuck him. And you just, if you're going to run inside zone against a defensive line like this, you got to be tough and you got to be willing, you got to be able to get a push. And right now, this Booker T defensive line, they're doing what they want.
Yeah, Dwayne Jones on there on that tackle. Lost of 2, 2nd down and 12 from the 17-yard line. 9:33 left in quarter number 3. Here's the snap. Washington Maisie going 1-for-1 on the end zone. There's a lot of contact there. There's the flag, and there'll be a pass interference here on the Booker T. Washington Hornets on a little quick throw towards the end zone. Looking for Brandon Smith, I believe.
And since this happened at the 17.
No, that was Devion Bickham heading that way.
This happened at the 17-yard line, so it's going to be half a distance to the goal. So this should put us about the 8-yard line.
Not a first down yet, though. It'll be 2nd down again, but at least it gives McAlester some yards here. And by the way, y'all, we're all talking about the Yankees. I'm a big Yankees fan, by the way. Giancarlo Stanton crushes one. Yankees lead 2-1. When did Giancarlo Stanton become Babe Ruth, by the way? Hey, we had the ball put at the 9-yard line. 9:28 left in the third quarter. That brings up 2nd down and 3 for the Buffalo offense. They're going to go dozer package for the first time tonight. And Jordan Clark, man in motion, plenty of time to snap it. There's a snap, running it right. There's a whistle. Clark gets out to the 5-yard line, looking for the corner. Wrapped up from behind and taken down, not before a first down, but we do have a flag out of the 15-yard line.
We had illegal motion or movement before the ball was snapped.
And we also have a stoppage from an official around the 2-yard line. There's a hurt.
Ooh, he's down.
Yeah, there's a hurt Hornet right now. We'll take an injury timeout, and we'll tell you what the flag is when we come back. 9:23 left in the third quarter. McAlester trails 7-0, but threatening here in the opening drive of the third on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
They say it's your birthday. It's our birthday too, yeah.
This month, we're celebrating 45 years at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. That's 45 years of serving the community with the best vehicles and service. Join us for incredible anniversary deals. Come get $2,000 off our 2024 Nissan Rogues or lock in a 2.9% rate. Drive away in a 2024 Frontier for $2,500 off or lock in a rate of 3.9%. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard. Built for work and play, Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer always comes first. Vickers is having a Fall into Savings event. We're offering special discounts on living room and bedroom suites all month long. Visit our website for unbeatable deals at vickers-furniture.com or come see us at 215 South 2nd Street.
Vickers Furniture. We're right here with you.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
So we're back to SC Williams Stadium here in Tulsa, Oklahoma after an extended injury timeout here with 9:23 left in the third quarter. The Buffaloes trailed the Booker T. Washington Hornets 7-0 on a play. There was also an illegal motion. McAllister's going to move it back 5 yards to bring it up 2nd down and 8 from the 13-yard line of Booker T in the red zone, but we do have an injury, and with that injury update, let's send it down to Chase McNutt.
Yeah, Brandon, it's been hard to exactly pinpoint, but I do think it's an upper body, maybe something around the head or neck area. They were checking his arms, his fingers, his feet, just making sure he was able to move them all. And if you can see on the live stream right now, he is walking off. He has some help, but for the most part, for being down for that long, it's just good to see him walking off the field.
And that is number 55, Tayden Tolles. Tayden Tolles is making his way off the field. And again, that was about a 4.5 to 5 minute injury timeout. And anytime that you see an extended injury timeout like that, you start to really worry to make sure everything's okay. But the good news is he is walking off the field. He is getting a little bit of help. He's got his arms around a couple of people as he's making his way to the near sideline. But hoping for the best there for Tayden Tolles and that there's nothing too serious. And that whatever it is that he is fighting right now in injury-wise, that he has a speedy recovery, because a little scary sight there for a little while, but great sight to see him walking off the field on his own power. So again, the Buffaloes are trailing 7-0, 9:23 left in the third quarter. After an illegal motion, McAlester has had the ball move back 5 yards to bring up 2nd down and 8 from the BK 13-yard line. This is far and away their best chance of scoring that they've had all day so far. Dozer package again. They did it last time, but had an illegal formation. Here's the snap. Running it right will be Jordan Clark getting to the corner to the 15-yard line to the 10. Another flag. He gets into the end zone, but we'll wait and see what the flag is. It's back at the 13-yard line. McAlester got into the end zone, but we'll have to wait and see what the flag is.
That's definitely in the area of holding and right. Oh, yeah, they're going to get him for a hold.
Yep, holding on the offense.
Against the Buffaloes.
The Buffaloes struck up the band, but they're going to have to kill that one, and they did. So now after it was 2nd down and 2 from inside the 10, an illegal formation and then a holding has made this one 2nd down and nearly 20, 2nd and 18. 17 on the scoreboard here. 9:10 left in the third quarter. And we're going to keep on rolling with the dozer package here. It's been working if they can't hold people, though. They were able to get the corner last time. Jordan Clark on 2nd and 17 takes the wide snap, drops it, picks it up, throws it into the air. It's bobbled around and still waiting to see where it went to, and it looks like it might have been picked off, and it was. Booker T. Washington picks off a pass at their own 15-yard line. Jordan Clark had trouble with the snap, still decided to pop up and pass it. And that one was bobbled around like crazy, but came down with it. Was the Booker T. Washington Hornet, wasn't quite able to see who it was. But that has been the name of the game so far. Defense and tip drill, because the touchdown that we had so far by the Hornets was Anthony Harris. He tipped the ball all the way into the end zone for about 10 yards before he grabbed one for a pick six back. But McAlester, with just about 8 yards away from a touchdown to tie it up, and having a touchdown before a hold brought it back, squanders a golden opportunity there. And now the defense has to step up, down 7-0, 9:04 left in the third quarter. Big time interception, the second turnover of the day for the Buffaloes. Handoff Micah Washington. Micah Washington has nowhere to go, swallowed up in the backfield, taken down for a loss of about half a yard, maybe even a full yard. Brings up 2nd down and long. Under 9 minutes left to play in the third.
Yeah, they line up with that tight end right there, and Buffaloes, they just slam the gap, and that's exactly what you want. Pfeiffer Mitchell shot through like he was shot out of a cannon, got in the backfield, hands around the waist, was able to make a little hip drop stop, and it was going to be a loss of 1 or no gain.
Trips right here for the Hornets, moving the ball left to right across the radio dial or your TV screen. 13 seconds to snap, and they're having some miscommunication right now. Levi Brooks is yelling at somebody on the right side. Now with 5 seconds, they look like they get set. A little bit of a shotgun formation here with the Michael Washington to the right. They'll hand it off to Washington again. Swallowed up again in the backfield. 2 consecutive runs by Washington to the heart of the Black Dead defense. And that one's going to go for a loss of 2. 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Hornet offense.
3 feet Washington on the ball.
Yeah, right now this Buffalo defensive line, it's like Coach Harmon said something to them at halftime. They're getting a push and just wrapping backside. These backers are coming. And that was Nemo right there getting in the backfield first, wrapping Washington up. Oh, he just put a little move right there on that right tackle. A little shimmy, a little shake.
Little shimmy shake. 3rd down and 12 coming up here for the Hornets. Big 3rd down for the Buffalo defense, because if they get this stop, they still get good field position if they can force a punt. 2 receivers right, again loading the line with the tight end. Washington to the left. Brooks gets the snap. Back to pass. Has all day. Passes right. Hit as he throws, and that one's knocked loose. There's that man again. Hey, we have not given Braden Bumpus his flowers, but he's had a fantastic game on defense, especially in the pass game. And that brings up 4th down and 12, and Brooks is going to have to punt this ball away.
Bumpus went all the way across the field because when they ran that motion, they didn't do it in the first half. And that time, Bumpus went all the way across the field with that man, and then backside, they hit him in the back, and then Bumpus was able to make that play. That's what happens when you get lined up accordingly and you follow the motion the way that they're doing it.
Stops the clock with 7:18 left in the third. Buffalo still down by a score. We have yet to have an offensive score. Hornets got to hurry and snap this ball. They do so. Brooks shanks this one, and it'll bounce at the BTW 33-yard line and bounce out of bounds at the 36. So McAlester still with excellent field position. They were able to take a long kick return by Brandon Smith out to around the 27-yard line, get it down to around the 8 before they kept on moving backwards due to penalties. This time they'll start this drive at the Booker T 36-yard line. Looked like they had something working there for him before penalties bit him in the rear.
That punt's good for 23 yards.
They're going to come out with the spread offense. 7:14 left in the third quarter, down by a touchdown, 7-0. Again, the only touchdown we've had so far today, a pick six by Anthony Harris of Booker T. 2 receivers to each side, ball on the near hash. Buffalo's moving it right to left across your radio dial or TV screen. Clark to the left side of KWM. There's a snap. Quick pass near side caught by Brandon Smith. Smith needs a block to the 30-yard line. It's pushed out of bounds. Right around the 30, but good gain on first down. That's what they've been looking for. They got a good block on the outside. You were mentioning that, Phillip. Still had to beat a man one-on-one, but still positive yards for a gain of 6. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
I believe that's Cade French right here. Was able to get that block, and that's what he needs to do. Make that one block, make the guy that was guarding you, and release him, and let Brandon Smith go one-on-one, and that picks up 6 yards right there on the screenplay.
At the defensive backs right now for the Hornets are pressing. We have 2nd down and 4. 7:09. The clock has stopped as we had Smith go out of bounds. 5 to snap it. On the right side of KWM is Jordan Clark. He gets the ball after the snap to the 25-yard line, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to be staying on his feet down to the 12. That's a grown man carry for Jordan Clark. Out to the 12-yard line, that first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care. Deeply discounted rates on labs and imaging. Call 918-233-6522. Buffaloes want to run hurry up. 1st and 10 from the 12. Hand off to Jordan Clark again to the 5-yard line. Splits the defenders and crashes into the end zone. Jordan Clark puts the Buffaloes on the board in the 3rd quarter. And they're a point after away from tying this one up. Our first offensive touchdown of the game, courtesy of Jay Boogie. And as a viral video once said, "Oh, I think I got my swagger back." Wyatt Phillips trying to tie it up. There's a snap. Hold is good. Kick is on the way, and it is right down Broadway. We are tied up in T-Town. 6:51 left in quarter number 3. 7-7. We'll be back in just a moment here on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So the Buffalo offense, after having 19 yards in the first half, go down the field after a good defensive series and are able to tie it up with a touchdown from Jordan Clark, his 9th of the year. There's the kick from Wyatt Phillips. It's a line drive, one that will bounce at the 25-yard line and go out of bounds. Good field position starting off this next drive for the Hornets. 6:50 left in quarter number 3 at 7-7. Phillip, we have a drive summary here for the Buffaloes.
That was a 3-play, 36-yard touchdown drive, and it only took 23 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 12-yard shimmy by Jay Boogie himself. And that is your drive summary, brought to you by T&W Tire. Stop in and say hi to Gail and Doug and see their technicians about brakes, suspension, and all the alignments they have, along with their 24-hour road service. That's T&W Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
After this next play, we're going to go down to Chase McNutt here because we've had quite a roller coaster of emotions over the last 7 or 8 plays. But the Hornets are going to start this drive at their own 35-yard line. Levi Brooks comes out for the Hornets alongside, I believe, Michael Washington. Again, he is not still taking a snap off. I'm so impressed by our running backs today, and Jordan Clark and Micah Washington. I don't believe either one has taken a snap off in terms of offensive plays, as we have the Hornets coming out in trips left. We have some discussion going on right now. And I think while we have the discussion going on, Chase, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. What's the swing back and forth felt like on the sideline?
A lot of the same down here, Brandon, a lot of back and forth, but there's some excitement now. You feel like maybe McAlester, if they can get off the field here, might grab that momentum.
Trips left. First down and 10 coming up from the Hornets from their own 35. There's the snap from Brooks. Tosses it over to Washington. Washington sweeping left, cuts back right, and is able to get himself to the 34-yard line after a great block by one of the Hornets coming back and sealing off an edge. If not for that block, I think he gets tackled after a gain of only 1 or 2. But the gain of 5 brings up second down and 5 for the Hornets, as Washington is approaching 100 yards on the ground.
Just hard fought run right there. And Pfeiffer Mitchell overran it a little bit, and you want to be able to find that crease and stick it in there and not allow him to cut back, because once you hit that cutback lane right there, anything can happen. Somebody miscues on the back end, and that could have been a big hitter. You want to try your best to keep from overrunning them.
Trips right. Brooks passing near side, caught by Jackson. Jackson, ooh, takes a big hit. Pfeiffer Mitchell lays him to rest at the 44-yard line. Gain of 4 brings up third down and 1. I'll tell you what, we've had some big hits from both the black and gold and the orange and black. That one courtesy of the senior captain, Pfeiffer Mitchell.
Jay Boogie also fought through a block, wrapped him up around the waist, and then Pfeiffer said, I may have overran that one, but you ain't getting me here.
Third down and 1.
This is a big third down right here. I know we still got 5 minutes left in the third, but this is a big third down.
Buffalo stay back. Here's the toss out to Washington. Washington's in the backfield. They toss it forward. It's on the ground. Brooks picks it up at his own 43-yard line. And Coach Mazey is trying to say that's an incomplete pass, because it was a backwards toss over to Michael Washington, who then threw it forward, trying to get it back to the quarterback, Brooks. Coach Mazey's trying to say that should be an incomplete pass, because it was thrown backwards over to Washington, who then tried to throw it forward back over to the quarterback, Brooks. So we'll have a stoppage here.
Also, Brandon, hold on real quick. I want to point out that number, that is 55, Taden Tolles. He is running up and down the sideline.
Oh, good deal.
With the trainers. So things are looking pretty good for that young man.
We also have a flag out on the field at the 43-yard line. So there's a lot to dissect here in this play. I feel like there's been a lot to dissect in this game.
I wouldn't say it's an illegal forward pass, because it was behind him.
And it was thrown into an eligible receiver, I guess, unless you had too many people downfield. You might have an illegal man downfield.
But even at that, it was still behind the line of scrimmage. So,
Chase, you want to chime in here? You're on the sideline. You might be able to get a little bit better explanation than what we have up here in the booth.
Well, it looked like an illegal forward pass. That's what we saw from the sideline, because it looked like the toss to the running back was forward, and then the running back just panicked and threw it forward again. And I think that is the call here.
Yeah, that is the call.
I did want to mention Cleveland Williamson came off the field looking a little sluggish. Bent over, could be something upper body, may have just taken a big hit, but that'll be something to watch going forward.
So the penalty is accepted. Down marker still shows fourth down. And that will force the Hornets to punt this one away. I just got to say also, want to give the Buffaloes, we have a little bit of a sneak peek because we have the coaches to our right. Coach Zach Baugh, he knew something was coming because he was jumping up and down here in the booth. And sure enough, something big just came there on that third down and 1. So it's a loss of 10, brings the Hornets back to the 35-yard line, and they will have to punt it away. We do have a new punter in for the Hornets here. It won't be Brooks for the first time today after he kind of shanked a punt the last time he came out. Snap is a little bit high. They will punt it away. It's with their kicker, Carpenter. It's a line drive kick that will bounce to the 35 and be bobbled by Jackson McKinney. Picks it up at the 24-yard line, now to the 30-yard line, and he'll be taken down right around the 30-31. Almost was disastrous, but McKinney knew he had a little bit of time to be able to pick that one up and try to make something happen. And the Buffaloes will start this drive. It's their worst field position of the second half at their own 30-yard line. But we do have a tie game. McAllister's defense doing what they've done in the third quarter all year long. They're now outscoring opponents in the third 65-3. They outscored Bishop Kelly last week 14-0 in a big second-half surge that led to a win. For the third consecutive week, can they make an adjustment, which it seems like they have so far, down in the game in the first half to ride it to a win? Right now they're tied 7-7, 5 minutes left. In quarter number 3, first down and 10 for the Buffaloes from their own 30-yard line. Two receivers right, two to the left.
Stay away from the big man.
Drayton Pouncil, the running back here. Snap, pass out near side, called by Cade French. French has got a blocker to the 35-yard line. Good gain on first down. Out to the 36. And again, Phillip, it's like we're beating the drum here. But it seems like once you can get your blocks on those bubble screens, you're starting to see a lot better plays on first down for the Buffs.
Yeah, because if you're going to look right here and you're watching the stream, Cade French is going to run the bubble screen. If he misses right here, he's going to get crushed.
Yeah, Brandon Smith with a good block to be able to create some distance there for a gain of 6.
So you have got to win those one-on-one blocks and allow that receiver to make the play and then go one-on-one.
2nd and 4, handoff Drayton Pouncil up the gut. First down carry for the Buffs before he's met and driven backwards at the McAlester 41-yard line, but that will move the chains for McAlester. And
so they're going to run a GT counter right here, and they're going to bring him, but he sees a cutback lane, and that's what was able to get it, because if he would have stayed in the motion that they were wanting to and get behind that guard and tackle, it could have been a loss of yardage. But Drayton Pouncil with a vision sees a cutback lane, stuck his left foot in the turf, came up, and he picked up 5 yards.
1st and 10 for the Buffaloes from their own 41-yard line. Under 4 minutes left in the third, and a tie game 7-7. Buffaloes went with a hard count, but with 6 seconds to snap it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, trips right, 1 second. Washington Maisie just got it off in time. Drayton Pouncil's got the handoff, ran over a dude at the 45, and then taken down at the 47. That's going to be a gain of 6 yards by Drayton Pouncil, and he just runs angry all the time. 2nd down and 4. That's a Tim McGraw song, if I'm not mistaken. Angry all the time. 2nd down and 4 coming up.
Yeah, and right there as well, that was number 53. Brennan Douglas was actually moving upfield and put a hat on a hat and got that last kick out. And Drayton Pouncil just delivered a punishing blow, pick up 6.
Snap, give it back over to Pouncil. Pouncil this time met in the backfield, but is able to keep his legs churning and gets back to the line of scrimmage possibly. I think this forward progress might actually be a loss of a yard here. Yeah. So we're going to have 3rd down and call it 5 coming up.
Booker T defensive line, McAlester just kind of went to the well a little too many. Oh, what a blow up, actually. They saw that GT counter, that guard and tackle pulling like the McAllister's been running, getting some momentum going. And he shot straight up the field and shot right into our right guard, which would now be Sean Perkins.
McAlester is going to break the huddle with less than 10 seconds again. They break the huddle with 6. Got to hurry. Still got to hurry. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They're slow to get to the line. 2 seconds. They're going to have to burn another timeout. Coach Maisie has to burn his second one of the second half with 2:33 left in the third quarter. Way too long getting that play in and getting it to the line of scrimmage. 7-7 is our score. We'll be back with 3rd down and 5 from the Buffalo 46 coming up here on KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard. Built for work and play, Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
So McAlester only has 1 timeout left in the entire second half. Booker T with all 3. It's a 7-7 game. That's the second time McAlster's had to call a timeout to prevent a delay of game. This will be 3rd down and 5 for the Buffaloes from their own 46-yard line. They're going to stack the receivers close to the line, 2 to each side. KWM in the gun with a running back to his right. There's a snap. Hands it off. We got a fumble Rooski or something. Brandon Smith has got the ball, and Booker T wasn't fooled for a second. I had no idea where the ball went there, to be completely honest with you. I just found Brandon Smith with the ball, and he ran out to the 45-yard line. It's actually a loss of 1 after all that. So the Buffaloes will have to punt this one away. And we're still tied 7-7.
Handoff to Jordan Clark, and Jordan Clark looked like he was going to kind of run like maybe a lead or a leak, and then
looking back on it in the replay.
And then Brandon Smith, he just comes backside, and they went with the pitch, and if you were able to get a block, that could have been a big one.
So McKinney will have to punt it away again. At his own 35-yard line, tie game 7-7. He grabs the ball and gives this one the boot, and it's his best one of the day. A spiraling punt that'll bounce off of a Hornet. And the Buffaloes, it looked like it might have hit off a Hornet, but again, from the press box, very well could have been off of a Buffalo, because we even heard from our coaches to our right that it looked like it might have hit off of a Hornet.
How was that not our football?
Because I don't know if it hit off of a Hornet. It's hard to tell.
It hit off his leg.
It looks like
he picked it up.
It looks like from the screen that it was off of his leg. Chase, did you see it any better from the press or from the sideline than we could from the press box? It was a pretty hard angle here.
Man, so I definitely thought that it hit off the leg. I don't know. I've got DJ here with me. What did you see? Did it look like it hit the leg?
He got pushed into it, so that's what happened.
Yeah, okay, he got pushed.
So there you go.
There we go. Okay, so it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Hornets from their own 27-yard line. DJ with the assist there. Thank you. Handoff, Micah Washington up the middle. Micah Washington has not had a lot of room here in the third quarter. That'll be a loss of a couple yards, and once again, shooting up in the pile, one of those middle linebackers, this time Pfeiffer Mitchell. Loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 coming up. We got 1:20 left here in the third quarter. 7-7 game. Buffaloes and Hornets are tied up.
You talk about a dogfight on a Friday night. Well, we got one in Tulsa, ladies and gentlemen.
Trips right. Washington now to the left side of Brooks. Brooks claps, gets the ball, screen pass near side, caught in stride by Compton. Compton met by Braden Bumpus, escapes the tackle and gets out to the 28. But not much on the catch and go on the screen pass to Compton of the Hornets. And Jamie and Compton brings up now 3rd down, and we'll call it 9. Clock continues to run. We had to at least stab it one more time before the end of the third. Pfeiffer Mitchell once again in the area to finish off the tackle, but Braden Bump is the first person there.
Yeah, right now this Buffalo defense, like they kind of got some swagger, some mojo going, and essentially the Buffalo defense is pitching a shutout. Well, they are.
Yeah, the only touchdown scored by the Hornets have been a defensive touchdown, pick 6. 3 to snap it for the Hornets. 2, 1, Brooks gets it. Back to pass, looking left, has the pocket, that collapses, rolls out to the left to the 20. He's met and dropped down back at the 20-yard line.
And it was Will Spears.
Another sack on Levi Brooks. And the Buffalo defense comes to play in the third. Put those 4s up in the air, Buff fans. We enter the fourth quarter tied up in what very well could be the district championship, 7-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to McAlester Football here on KNED.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Third quarter, Guthrie 35, Alton 20.
So after the big sack by Will Spears, the Booker T. Washington Hornets will have to punt this ball away. Their new punter, who is also their kicker, I believe, number 30, Dylan Carpenter, will be at his own 10-yard line. Back to return, I believe, is McKinney at the Booker T 47. Carpenter gets this one away. End over end kick as we begin the fourth quarter. McAlester got to go away from the ball as it bounces across the 50-yard line. And McAlester, pretty good field position starting this drive at their own 47-yard line. If you're just now joining us, it is 7-7 as we enter the fourth quarter of this battle of the unbeatens in Green Country. McAlester has given up a pick 6, but also scored the only offensive touchdown of the game, a Jordan Clark touchdown run of 12 yards.
I'd like to point out, guys, this is only the second drive that has started in McAlester territory this half.
That's insane. Jordan Clark on the right side of KWM, Kaysen Washington Maisie, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Ball's in the right hash, and again, our third quarter update. McAlester outscoring as we're now entering the fourth. In the third quarter, McAlester has outscored opponents now 65-3 through 8 games of the season. Still is not allowed a touchdown in the third quarter. Snap to KWM, rolling out left. Looking downfield, tosses it late, and then throws it to the feet of Cade French as he was throwing across his body, rolling out to the weak side. Brings up second down and 10. Clock stops with 11:47 left in the game. Maybe. We're at 7-7 right now.
That'll bring up a second down and 10.
If you're wondering what it looks like in the fourth quarter, well, we're in for a good one if it looks like it is on the season. Buffaloes are leading their opponents collectively in the fourth quarter on the season 27-24. So ball's going to be on the near hash again at the McAlester 47-yard line. They got to hurry again. They got 9 seconds to snap, and they're still getting the play in. 6 seconds. Break the huddle with 5 to the 4 to the 3 to the 2. Trips left. 1. KWM couldn't get it off in time, and we had to burn our final timeout, or do we have a flag first? Delay of game first. We've already had to burn 2 timeouts in the second half because we were trying to prevent a delay of game. This time, not wanting to burn that final timeout, they take the delay of game. McAlester has got 25 seconds each play to get the play in and get it to their line to get it moving, and they just have had – that's the one thing they've struggled with in the second half is getting the calls in and putting this play into motion. So this time they break the huddle with way more time, 15 seconds. It's an extra 10 seconds from the last play. 2 receivers each side. Now second down and 15 from their own 42. Snap, handoff, Jordan Clark in the backfield, spun off of 1 tackle, but again, just all over the place is the Booker T defense. This will be another loss. Loss of 3. Third down and 18 now for McAlester.
Yeah, they were in the backfield at the handoff, and I couldn't tell who it was. It was number 25.
Yeah, first person there was the guy from the rush. That was Jaden Thomas, the first person to meet Jordan Clark.
And you just got to be a little better than that on the up front. Give them some time.
Trips right, 3rd and 17. 7 to snap it for the Buffalo offense. Washington Maisie takes the low snap, looks left, goes for the deep pass, one-on-one down the far sideline. Brandon Smith going for the ball, nearly one-handed grabbed it, but there is a penalty. We're going to have another pass interference. What a ball by Kason Washington Maisie. Put it where only Smith could get it. He nearly came down with it with one hand. It's still going to be 15 yards. That's not enough to give McAlester a first down, but it is enough to be able to set up third down in about 2 instead of third down and 18.
If they wouldn't have ran into him and interfered, Brandon Smith would have caught that, and there's a chance he's running still. Like he was behind the defender, and he kind of had to stop. And the defender interfered and got that PI, and that's the only reason that Brandon Smith did not come away with that football.
That'll be 15 yards. Again, that's not an automatic first down in high school football. So it's third down and 2 for the Buffs, and expect dozer package here.
Yeah, if we're going dozer, here comes Jordan Clark. We're going to sugar rush it.
The Booker T 45, and there's dozer, 15 to snap it. Needs 6 feet here to extend the drive. Snap to Clark. Clark running it left. Clark first down and a little bit more. Looks like he gained about 3 when he needed 2. That'll move the chains for the Buffaloes. After the pass interference and a gain of 3 by Jordan Clark, McAlester moves the chains. That first down brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care. Same day or next day appointments and even home visits for a flat monthly membership fee. Call 918-233-6522. That makes it out to the Hornet 42-yard line. Move the chains, Buff fans.
Will Spears, lead blocker right there, slams a guy. Jordan Clark slides through, and Will Spears knew immediately it was a first down.
2 receivers each side. Again, Clark stays on the field to be the running back to the right side of KWM. Snap handoff to Clark. Clark dancing in the backfield, crosses the 40-yard line, spun forward on a good gain on first down compared to what we have been having for a majority of the game. That's a gain of 4, right between 3 and 4 yards to bring up second down and about 7 or 8. 6 or 7.
If you get positive yardage of 3 to 4 yards a carry, you can just let that clock tick.
And immediately back to dozer package here. Snap, and we have we have a false start on the Buffaloes, and what's even worse is there was a wide open man on the far sideline. If they do not call a false start, that would have been a touchdown for the Buffaloes every day of the week and twice on Fridays.
Against the Buffaloes.
Oh, yep.
Oh, he was wide open because he snuck. That's exactly what McAlester did against Bishop Kelly last year in the first round of the playoffs. Threw it to Carter Lance at the time, I believe. Had him wide open. But because of the penalty, the false start, McAllister's got to move it back 5 yards. That would have given McAlester the lead if they would have connected, obviously. The whistles came in and Booker T kind of stopped, but no one was around the intended receiver along the far sideline. Out comes the spread offense.
Very ugly game when it comes to penalties tonight.
2nd down and 12, backs it up to the Booker T 44. Washington Maisie passing out far side, caught by Brandon Smith. Smith to the 38-yard line, and he's pushed out of bounds. Getting good yardage to bring up 3rd down and manageable here for the Buffs. Brandon Smith has once again been the go-to receiver for the Buffaloes on the season. He is the leading receiver in terms of yardage at 432 and 20 catches.
Oh, we have a Hornet on the ground.
So we have a Hornet. I was looking at my spotter boards for a second, but yeah, we have a Hornet on the ground around the 41-yard line. Again, just a quick word on Smith. He does have 7 touchdowns on the season as we were finishing that thought, but we will take an injury timeout and make sure everything's okay down on the turf at FC Williams Stadium. 9:32 left to go in the game. Tie game, 7-7. 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Buffaloes here in just a moment on KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard. Built for work and play, Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail-taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC.
We'll have an injury update for you here in just a moment, but we have 3rd down and 7 here first for the Buffaloes from the Booker T 39 and what could be 4-down territory. The snap. Washington Maisie back to pass, steps up in the pocket, tries to throw it late, lost the ball. It's on the turf, and I think the Hornets have it. That'll be the 3rd turnover of the game for the Buffaloes. We do have a flag coming in as well along the near sideline. That was after the play, though.
I think it's going to be a sideline warning because they are telling them to get back like they had players on the field, Booker T did.
It's still, as it stands right now, a turnover on McAlester. Buffaloes still have their offense out on the field, though. Unless they say he threw the ball forward and didn't lose the ball in the process of going up with it.
Yeah, Brandon, that's what KWM and Coach Maisie are trying to say. They're saying that Kayson's arm was going forward. I'm not so sure about that, though.
Yeah, neither are the officials because they're saying it's a fumble, and the Buffaloes give it up on 3rd down. By the way, Jaden Thomas was the injured Hornet. He got off the field on his own power. It looks like he's going to be okay. But the Hornets come up big on 3rd down with another sack, that time officially a strip sack, and a fumble recovered by the Hornets with 9:24 left in the game and a tie game, 7-7. Buffalo's defense has been able to be fantastic in the second half. They gave up 191 yards of offense in the first half. Second half, I think the Hornets haven't had a first down yet. Phillip, you can confirm that for me.
They have not.
No first down yet.
They have not. So, no.
3 and outs for the Hornets. Can the Buffalo defense stay strong here as this drive starts at the BTW 39? They're moving it right to left. First down and 10, first snap of the drive. It's a little bit bobbled. Brooks has to keep it himself and toss it to the right side, and it will be thrown low and well covered by the Buffalo defense. Clock stops with 9:20 left in the game. In 7-7 defensive battle, 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Hornet offense.
2nd down 10 for the Hornet.
You want a chess match? You got one right here. And right there, Devion Bickham, he comes up and forces right there on Brooks, and Brooks was backpedaling. He just had to throw that one out. He was already across the tackle box. All you got to do then just get it back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 10, Brooks takes the ball. Hands it off over to Washington. Washington with plenty of daylight to the 45-yard line, across the 50 all the way to the 40, and tackled out of bounds after his biggest gain of the night. Micah Washington out to the McAlester 38-yard line. Scratch that, 37. And that will move the chains once again. 9 minutes left to go in the game, 7-7. And now the Hornets, with their first down of the second half, are threatening. Washington has crossed the 100-yard mark now after that carry. Snap, they're going to give it back to Washington. Washington running it right this time after going left the last. Not nearly as much as his last carry, which went for 25 yards. That one's for only a gain of about 3. 2nd down and 7 from the Buffalo 35-yard line coming up for the Hornets. Again, Booker T also has all 3 timeouts. McAlester is down to only 1.
Yeah, you could definitely tell right now this Buffalo defense, they're starting to get a little tired. They've been on the field a lot this second half. Yeah, we scored a touchdown, but, man, this has been a defensive battle. And now this big line from Booker T, they're starting to lean into him. Body blows after body blows, and now you get a big shot.
Snap, passing out left on the screen pass. It's going to be a diving attempt, but dropped by Caden McClellan. And the McAlester defensive line there shifted at the very last second, but they snapped it mid-shift. And it's a good thing that was a screen pass, not a run there. And we do have a Buffalo that's also down.
Looks like Brandon Smith.
Yeah, Brandon Smith is down. He's laying on his stomach right now. And we're going to have another injury timeout this time for both the Buffalo's Brandon Smith. 8:11 left to go in the game. 7-7 is our score. We'll be back in just a moment here on KNED.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Go Buffs!
They say it's your birthday. It's our birthday too, yeah.
This month, we're celebrating 45 years at Fenton Nissan of McAlester. That's 45 years of serving the community with the best vehicles and service. Join us for incredible anniversary deals. Come get $2,000 off our 2024 Nissan Rogues or lock in a 2.9% rate. Drive away in a 2024 Frontier for $2,500 off or lock in a rate of 3.9%. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Brandon Smith was able to get off the field on his own power. We'll have an injury update here in just a moment, but a big 3rd down and 7 for the Hornets from the Buffalo 34-yard line. 2-back set, man in motion. Here's a snap pass out with the screen to Micah Washington. Washington with the corner to the 30-yard line, and he tiptoes out of bounds before taking a shot by Jackson McKinney and got enough for the 1st down. Needed 7, got 9 out to the Buffalo 25-yard line, but as we have about 8 minutes left in the game and a tie game 7-7, Chase, can you give us an injury update on Brandon Smith?
Yeah, Brandon, as Phillip mentioned to me during the break, he went down immediately. It looked like a left ankle or a left knee situation. He was able to hobble off under his own power, but it looked like he was in a lot of pain, so his status will be something to watch here the final 7 minutes.
He's been McAllister's leading receiver on the offensive side. Played a pretty solid game defensively, too. So in his place, correct me if I'm wrong, that's Cade French on the other side over there, right?
Yes, that's Cade French.
Man in motion, snap, handoff, Micah Washington again. There he goes, up the middle of the field to the 15-yard line, a tackle. Touchdown-saving tackle by Buffalo at the 15-yard line. Is able to keep them from getting into the end zone and taking the lead. But it's another 1st down carry by Micah Washington, who has turned on the Jets here in the 4th quarter. With the tackle, I believe that's Cleveland Williamson. And that saved the tie for now. Ball's going to be placed at the 14-yard line, 1st down and 10 from the McAlester 14.
Boys, I want to just put this out there that Noah Leonardo is currently in at the defensive end position.
Trips right. Snap. Toss out to Washington. Washington finds another gap. McAlester getting a little gassed here as it's another gain of close to 10, make it 8 out to the McAlester 7-yard line. Now, Booker T has been in this position before. They have not scored an offensive touchdown. So far today, they're 0 for 3 from the red zone. McAllister's got to make them 0 for 4. Again, the red zone 3 different times, no points to show for it. The only touchdown they have had has been a pick 6.
Yeah, you're going to have to buck up here, and you got 12 yards to do it. And the key thing about this is you also have that end zone and those sidelines back at the end zone as a defender if they're going to try to throw it. But I don't expect them to throw it because they're running sweet feet right now and they're riding the horse.
Michael Washington to the left side of Brooks. McAllister pressing. Here's the snap handoff to Washington. Washington follows his blockers up the middle for a gain of about 1. I don't think enough for the 1st down. We'll have 3rd down and 1 coming up. Halfway through the fourth quarter, 7-7 the score. 5 for Mitchell in on the tackle once again.
They're going to go heavy set right here. They're bringing Joseph Grove in. They're going to go real heavy on this.
Joseph Graves here, yeah.
Sorry, Graves.
As we're going to have Michael Washington. They did this play once before out of the Wildcat formation. So Micah Washington for Booker T. Washington, trying to give the Hornets a first down and possibly the lead. Actually, it's not Wildcat. They'll hand it off to Washington regardless, running it left, and he's going to cross the goal line. The Booker T. Washington Hornets take the lead with 5:29 with their first offensive touchdown of the game. With 5:29 left in it. And they are just about 5.5 minutes away from possibly being in the driver's seat for the 5A3 crown. Carpenter's on to attempt the PAT. Looked like they were going heavy, said they still did, but they kept Levi Brooks in at quarterback and handed it off to Micah Washington. He made that drive happen all by himself with the help from his friends of the offensive line, tight end, fullbackers. Excellent blocking there on that drive. As that snap is bobbled, they're trying to make something happen with 2 points. They have a lane at the 5-yard line, down to the 2, and he spins over a Buffalo. Did he get across the goal line, though? And based on the reaction by the Buffaloes, they held him shy. It's no good. That could be huge. It's a 13-7 game. McAlester, all they need is a touchdown in the PAT to take the lead. 5:28 left in the game on a bobbled snap on the PAT. Keeps us at a 6-point game. We'll be back in just a moment here on KNED.
Kawasaki's Ridge and Ridge XR family set the new off-road standard. Built for work and play, Ridge side-by-sides deliver versatile performance with a powerful 4-cylinder engine and premium interior features. For even more trail taming power, the Ridge XR family offers more horsepower and versatility for rugged work or advanced play. This is peak premium performance. Shop the full Kawasaki Ridge lineup today at Vickers Power Sports, 1904 South Main, McAlester.
As we cheer on the Buffaloes for a great season, make sure your home is just as game ready with Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Whether it's keeping warm during those chilly game nights or staying cool when the heat is on, we've got you covered with top-notch heating and cooling. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air today and enjoy home comfort that's always in the winning zone. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 0014445. Go Buffs!
You're joining us in the middle of the kick as Carpenter gets this one away. Over to, let's see what that is on the return. Out to the 25-yard line, down the near sideline. Some space here to the 40. It's Jordan Clark returning this one out to the 44-yard line. Good return by the Buffaloes. 5:20 left in the game, 1 timeout left. McAllister's down 13-7. Just need a touchdown and a PAT to take the lead. We have another Buffalo down, and I think it's a McAlester Buffalo. And we'll have a drive summary here first before we go to an injury timeout again. But let's have a drive summary, and then we'll call it another break here.
That was a 9-play, 61-yard touchdown drive that spanned 3 minutes and 56 seconds, capped off with a 6-yard touchdown run by Sweet Feet Washington, and the point after was unsuccessful. That is your drive summary by TNW Tire. Come by and say hi to Gail and Doug and ask about the Goodyear, Michelin, and other brands that they have that will fit your budget. That's TNW Tire McAlester, 918-426-6571.
It was Jordan Clark, the returner. He's back up on his feet quickly, so we will not send it to commercial break. That's good to see. Gets up on his feet. He's even jogging himself off the field. Coach Mazey made his way all the way from the far sideline to the near. But a good return by Jordan Clark. Gets McAlester set up at their own 44-yard line. So here's the deal, gentlemen. You got 56 yards to try to cross the goal line and a PAT to go. That's what's separating you possibly for the district championship, depending on how much time you can leave with them. But McAllister's only scored 1 touchdown. They had 19 yards of offense in the first half. They turned the ball over 3 times. Can they overcome all of these obstacles and still go win this game? Drayton Pouncil, the running back for
Offsides.
Jordan Clark.
He was offsides.
And yeah, we nearly had that. But the Hornets apparently did not cross the line of scrimmage. 8 to snap it. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ball in the near hash. Pouncil moves to the left side of KWM. Snap, handoff. Pouncil running it to the right side. Is able to get to the 45-yard line. Positive yardage, but not much. In on the tackle, number 21, Jeremiah Perry. Gain of 1, second down and 9. Again, if McAlester does not score on this drive, depending on how much time gets taken off, that could be ball game. McAlester cannot stop the clock more than one time. They had to burn 2 timeouts due to a delay of game issue that they could have had to prevent the delay of game. We have second down and 9 from their own 45-yard line. Jackson McKinney has come onto the field because we're running Dozer here. And McKinney is the one running Dozer. First time this year McKinney's run Dozer. Has the snap, running it left to the 47-yard line. He's going to get it out there and be stopped there. Third down and 7 coming up for the Buffaloes. And I got to ask this, Phillip, would you consider no matter what happens here on third down, it 4-down territory?
Yeah, with one timeout.
I think so too.
With only one timeout, you're going to have to.
I know it's third down. It's third down and 7 here, but if you don't get this, I would consider it 4-down territory as well.
And Jordan, is that 1-2 or 2-2?
No, Jordan Clark is back out there. Clark is back out there. He'll be running back on this play. In the spread, 2 receivers to each side in the gun. Ball right between the hash marks on the TPS logo. There's the snap. Washington Maisie looking right. Has to bobble it under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Big time loss all the way back to the 30. Forward progress marks him at the 33. You know, I said maybe 4-down territory. I think that at this point you might want to punt this one away. They had to get all the way to the other side of the 50 to the 46.
Yeah, that looked like number 59, I think it was, or 69. Got beat, and that's 52. I'm sorry.
That would have been Cree Trippy.
And he just got beat, and he didn't try to work back to the quarterback, and you can't give up on a football play.
Buffalo still have 5 seconds to snap it here. McKinney back to punt at his own 23, snaps it with 1, and he will get this one away. This will be an end-over-end punt that will bounce and take a great bounce for the Buffaloes. Dead at the 20-yard line. That's McKinney's best punt of the year. Before that, his long was 43. That one traveled a good distance. But now it comes down to the Buffalo defense. There's 2 minutes and 58 seconds left in the game. And this is a chance to avenge the loss to Poto. McAlester could not get the stop to give their offense a chance back in week 1. That was the last time that they lost. Same way for the Hornets. They have won 5 games in a row. Someone has to see that streak lose tonight. Booker T. We got Bishop Kelly last week, man. Booker T is in the driver's seat right now to finish this game off. Really, 1 first down, maybe 2 will do it. Buffaloes can only stop the clock once. And you know what they're going to run with. Michael Washington owned the last drive that gave the Hornets the lead. This drive starts at their own 20-yard line near hash. Brooks in the gun with Washington to his left. The snap, handoff Washington. Washington up the middle, drags people down to the 26-yard line, and we have flags coming in. I think this might be a face mask. And we also have a Buffalo that's a little slow to get up, but looks like he's off his feet. That was Noah Leonardo. Or off his back. Flag came in late. I think this might be a face mask.
Oh, yeah.
The Hornets were over here on the near side jumping up and down, so that's a quick first down. So that's not going to officially win the game for the Hornets because 1 play, 1 first down. It moves the ball up to the Booker T 41-yard line. And honestly, I think it's weird. That might be the best penalty McAllister's given up today. Because if he gets it just at second down and 3 there, you can burn more time off the clock than it just automatically go into another fresh set of downs. Loading up the line, trying to burn time off the clock. 2:36 left in the game. McAllister can stop it once. Plenty of time.
Start.
Ticking out the clock here. Who moved?
That tight end. He's moved like 3 or 4 times after he's been set.
15 to snap it. And burning as much time off the clock after this personal foul. Can snap it with about 2:07 left. They snap it with 7 left on the play clock. They hand off to Michael Washington. Again, finds the open gap and gets a good gain of 8. McAllister's not going to win this game giving up runs like that to Washington. They've been able to keep him in check for a majority of the second half until the last drive, and once again in this drive, he's been killing them. If they can get 2 more yards, this game's going to be over.
And they are attacking the side that Noah Leonardo is on. He is a smaller guy. He plays outside linebacker. They have him playing defensive end right now. So what they're doing is they're grabbing and they're washing, and Micah Washington is sliding in behind it. They're exploiting the weakness right now on the defensive line.
Leonardo trying to get a little bit of speed on him. Here's a snap, handoff over to Washington. Washington up the middle, gets those 2 yards. Broke through 2. He's still moving. Still moving the pile inside the 40-yard line. Looked like a gain of only 2, and then Washington was able to carry it another 10 yards. And that should be the ball game. In a defensive battle, McAllister's offense scored 7. Booker T's scored 6. But due to a first half pick 6, that has been the difference. 1:09 left in the game. Hornets can take a couple of knees, but this one's going to be it. Micah Washington went completely crazy in the second half. Looks like they're going to run another play here. Brooks with the snap, handoff Washington again. Washington with both hands on the ball, moves forward, still pushing all the way to the 33-yard line. Another gain of 8. Washington has put the team on his back here in the fourth quarter. Buffaloes will call one final timeout. We'll take it. 41 seconds left in the game. Buffalo's down 13-7, but that should just be about it. We'll be back in just a moment here on KNED.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
So Micah Washington, he's every bit of what everyone thought he was coming into this game. If you're a McAlester fan, kid is special. They nickname him Sweet Feet, and he has been dancing all over the field here in the second half, especially the fourth quarter. He put the team on his back, and he's moved the chains time and time again. And he's put the Hornets 41 seconds away from a possible district title. There's the snap in the knee from Levi Brooks.
Levi Brooks takes him in.
They don't have to snap it again, and that will be the ball game.
32 seconds remaining in time.
In a defensive battle, the Booker T. Washington Hornets use a fourth quarter touchdown by Micah Washington to prevail. McAlester gave them every bit and then some. But the Hornets, they can lose one more game, the last 2 games of the regular season, and still win the district title. McAllister's got to hope for a miracle if they want to claim their Sweet 16th. But tonight, on the turf of SC Williams Stadium, Booker T. Washington wins their 6th in a row. McAlester loses their first since week 1. That one a defensive battle as well. Final score here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The Hornets 13 and the Buffaloes 7. Our Buffalo postgame show brought to you by McAlester Direct Primary Care is next. This is your home for McAlester Sports, KNED.
Vickers Furniture would like to thank you for voting us the Reader's Choice #1 furniture store in McAlester. At Vickers, the customer always comes first. Vickers is having a Fall into Savings event. We're offering special discounts on living room and bedroom suites all month long. Visit our website for unbeatable deals at vickers-furniture.com or come see us at 215 South 2nd Street.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
Some zero-turn riding lawnmowers concentrate on performance. Others stay focused on comfort. But whoever said it's an either-or situation? With Gravely, you get plenty of both. And the ProTurn 300 is a perfect example. This newly designed mower is loaded with innovative features and is designed to keep the operator mowing comfortably from dawn to dusk. The Gravely ProTurn 300, the right balance of comfort and performance. Available at KC Farm Machinery, right across from the McAlester Union Stockyards.
A duo that's perfect together. That's Blackburn Plumbing and Air and Lennox. Blackburn Plumbing and Air is your local Lennox dealer, and we're committed to making your family's home comfort our top priority. With the wide assortment of Lennox products to offer, Blackburn Plumbing and Air will ensure your home's air is perfect for your family. Call us today at 918-423-2078 or visit us online at goblackburn.com to learn more about how you can experience expert service and care offered by Blackburn Plumbing and Air. License number 138890.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. And don't forget, if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. If you have questions, give us a call at 918-423-3122. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers offers high-quality, affordable care. With locations in McAlester and Hartshorn, Caring Hands provides easy access to healthcare at reduced costs, medical, dental, behavioral health, and substance abuse services. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial insurance, and offer reduced pricing for patients that are underinsured or not insured, based on income. We offer transportation and a 340B discount pharmacy program. Caring Hands Healthcare Centers. For more information, call 918-426-2442.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts on new Jeeps in stock, including Jeep Wranglers. Take up to $12,000 off new Wranglers or 0% for 72 months. The hot-selling Compass discounted $8,000 off or price at $19,900. Wow! Patriot makes your next Jeep affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky credit card bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Wrangler MSRP 68190, Compass 28090.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, it's over in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in what will more than likely be the district championship. The Booker T. Washington Hornets defeat the McAlester Buffaloes in another slugfest, 13-7. McAlster's third defensive contest of the season. They're 1-2 in those, in which the total points scored was below 30 or below. As McAlester lost one to Podo in Week 1, 16-14. That was their last loss. That was back on September 6th. Then they won the very next week, 10-2 over Ada. Here in Week 8, they followed Booker T 13-7. It was a fourth quarter touchdown run by Michael Washington that put the Hornets on top. McAlester just, for the first season, I believe, lost the turnover battle. I mean, so far this season, coming into tonight, it was 7 for McAlester to 16 for the defense. And tonight it was 3-1 as the Booker T. Washington Hornets took better care of the ball than the Buffaloes. We're going to talk about it a little bit more. This is the Buffalo Postgame Show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522. And if Phillip Jewell is ready, we'll send things down over to the field. I don't think we're ready just yet. But Phillip, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Mike, check, can you hear me?
Yes, you're all good to go.
First off, Coach, what are your thoughts on the game?
We were sloppy. Case wasn't good tonight, and that's just part of it sometimes. But we missed on a lot of things. I mean, we have a great trick play called up out here. The dozer empty, and we get a procedural penalty. I mean, you can't have that. That's a touchdown dialed up. I mean, we had multiple things go wrong tonight. I mean, it's like fish out of water sometimes. I mean, and then you get beat 13-7. We beat ourselves, and that's on us as a group, and us as coaches, and us as players.
Coach, next week, senior night, last home game, essentially, unless we finish second in the district, what are your thoughts moving forward?
I just got to take it a week at a time. You let this one sting. It needs to sting a little bit. You know, that's what I said. I feel like we played a good football team, but I feel like we just got beat. I feel like we lost because of us. Adjustments, down like first couple snaps of the game. That's part of the game. Sometimes it's football. So you just got to regroup, re-rally. You know, a lot of people probably either picked us either to win or blown out. You know, it's but this group of kids is resilient. That's a good group. Like I said, if you'd have said this team is going to play Booker T within the 13-7 ball game, a lot of people would tell you crazy. But this group is a good group, and they work hard.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right. Back to you, Brandon.
Thank you, sir. Again, we had a little bit of cutting out here. If you've never been to SC Williams Stadium, a home of a lot of greats, Booker T. Washington has just a lot of legends that have played or coached on this turf. It's also pretty high up in the air and pretty far away from the press box, so a little bit of cutting in and out there with the wireless mic, but still, as always, great interview there from Phillip Jewell Jr. to McAlester Buffalo head coach Forrest Mazie. So the final score tonight, 13-7. That's why, I mean, Coach Mazie mentioned it, when there was the trick play and the guy alone on the far side, you don't have that procedural penalty. I think McAlester wins the game, and I had a feeling down in my gut that when that happened, I was like, oh, no, that was our best chance of being able to really take the lead. McAlester was moving it well, and too many penalties tonight. And that's for the third straight week in a row you're having 10-plus penalties when you haven't had that same amount of penalty yards and penalties all week or all season leading to the last 3 or 4 weeks. So it's McAlester Buffaloes fall tonight 13-7. Booker T is now officially in the driver's seat. Again, all they need to do is win one more game, win one more officially. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, this is already a district grab. Not officially for Booker T. They got to win one more game or hope that McAlester loses one more. Regardless, McAlester does have a couple of tough opponents on the way. They have Durant. We'll talk about how they did tonight against Guida. They have Shawnee, who is chomping at the bits to get a home playoff game, and they're right on the outside looking in. They came into Week 8 at third place. If you want to hear more about this conversation and then hear how some of our teams did from around the district and also around the area, then we're about to transition over to our Buffalo postgame show, which you're already in the middle of, but the rest of it will be on radio only. So if you're driving, it's 98.3 FM, 1150 AM. If you're listening on a desktop, it's McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab. If you're listening on phone, it's the KNED app. So we encourage you to move on over to those as we talk about the rest of this game and break it down. Again, the Buffaloes lose this one 13-7 here at SC Williams Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is the Buffalo Postgame Show presented by McAlester Direct Primary Care, offering 24/7 access to your provider. Call 918-233-6522.